might need to take place. What's up, guys? We're back. We got a lot going on. We're just going to jump right into it. What's up, Aaron? What's cracking? What's popping?
It's going, man. Welcome, guys. Hope you enjoyed today's show. We're just going to be talking about a bunch of nonsense and fun stuff all around.
Yeah, we're trying to establish. We do have our X, guys. If you want to go over to, I think it's the Duntown Show on X, and check that out. You guys will see a lot of the stuff, dude. Some of the shit NASA's doing, right? Or I'm sorry, SpaceX is doing. Did you watch that video that we posted on this? It was good,
Yeah.
talking about that rocket and the test firing the engines and having to abort and the amount of money and time. And then they show inside the engine building room, and these guys are just cranking these jet engines out. Badass shit, dude.
Yeah, honestly, it's absolutely insane how much thrust these things put out. They're absolutely
It's
crazy. But it's good stuff, man. I'm just going through
Yeah,
our
yeah, yeah.
previous shows, and here, let me mute that real quick. See if anyone commented. We could reach out and read their comments and see if anyone said
You
anything.
know,
No one
our
likes
viewers
us,
are
bro.
really, yeah, our viewers are just lagging, but they sit there and they watch, you know.
They're like,
But yeah, anybody has any questions, please comment and throw us something. And I'm sure a lot of them are like, damn, 2.5 hours. But hey, you got to look at it like this. If they're hour shows or 45-minute shows, we're almost releasing 3 at a time.
yeah. Well, it's a full
So if
length
you want to
feature
break it,
movie
yeah.
or something.
And it's and see, we put enough time between episodes to where you're not going to be like, damn, dude, I haven't even got through that first 2-hour episode. Now they already released another one. If we're dropping one every single day, I get it. It might get a little bit to the point where like, okay, I don't even know what's going on.
Yeah.
But all of our shows, you could probably just jump right in and see what's up. So, but
Oh, I
yeah,
see
dude, a
the
lot
problem,
going
dude.
on.
I don't
What
see
is it?
I don't see comments turned on our vids. What
Are
the
you
hell?
serious? No, dude, I'm going to give you the login. We're
I,
going to need you to.
I'm
What I'll
looking
do
at
is.
this crap right now, and I don't see a way
Holy
to
shit.
comment on the videos. No
All
wonder
right,
no one
hold
asked
on.
any questions.
Sit down, guys. I'm pulling it up on my other screen over here.
They're gonna be like, "Come on, Tim, get your ass together. We're done here.
Are you kidding me right now,
This is
dude?
supposed to be the Duntown show. Now it's just
We're
done."
up to 28 subscribers though. We did go up one. Um, let's see here. So it says right now. So if I go to this video, sorry guys, hang with us. I mean, if you want to fast forward, fast forward. It's not my problem.
Yeah,
Okay.
or you could just look at our pretty faces over here, and who knows,
Yeah,
might
bro.
happen. Might have a giant
Okay, my
spider crawling
uh
across my face here in a second.
or something else, brother. Hey, so anyway, I got an update. Confirmed you thought you fell in a hole, but possible attack by some. How's your head? How's the concussion? Update us. What's
Dude,
going on, dude?
so I'm walking through the backyard. It's late at night, 11 o'clock, 12, somewhere in there. But I it felt like I fell in a hole. It wasn't a big
Yeah.
hole. I mean, about the size of an opening of a 5-gallon bucket, so it's not too big. My whole foot fell
Yeah.
in. I wear size 15s. They're not small feet, but my whole foot fell in.
Jesus. Right.
And this is all I can kind of remember from it. I fell down so damn hard. I hit my hip, hit my knee, busted up myself pretty bad, whacked the crap out of my head. My head and everything
Ooh.
was sore and swollen. My ankle's still swollen. This was only 3 days ago, but I go out there and I can't find the hole. I went around a whole tree. I know exactly where I fell. You could see where I was laying in the grass because I laid there for like 15, 30 minutes and
Yeah.
I can't find the hole anywhere. So maybe that creature, whatever's poking fun, who knows? I
Uh-huh.
gotta love it.
So you're out there, you're looking at, and then next thing you know, you're just basically you're on the ground like, what the fuck just hit me, dude?
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I know I rolled my ankle, but the last thing
Yeah.
I kind of remember is hitting my
Comments
head.
on.
Hell
Comments
yeah.
have been on. Oh, maybe they were off. All right, maybe that'll drive people to hit the comment section, you guys.
Oh, Downtown
See?
Show, we're back.
All right.
Okay.
It's good to see you guys again. Welcome in. I can't wait to do this live, dude. I'm telling you, once we get our our live up because I have other people that'll jump in and we'll just all be on there, but then we can get a lot of people from the community that want to. Last night, just being on a live with people that were talking about aliens, extraterrestrial, our government, stuff like this, dude, it got good. And like a lot of dumbasses would jump in, and say some stupid shit like, "Oh, I'm with your mama," stupid stuff. So the host would just kick them out right away. But I don't know. I think it'd be hilarious. We got in
Yeah.
some where we were all bagging on each other and no one was getting mad. So it was just getting crazier and crazier. And it was kind of funny because no one was getting mad. And yeah, so good times.
Yeah. We should deep dive into some of these Reddit posts and stuff too, because there's some crazy stories and analogies and stuff on
Yes.
that. It's if you fall
I,
down the
I
Reddit rabbit hole, I mean, you'll get stuck there for hours. But
Dude, I went, yeah, because I went on this one and it was like talk about anything, and it's like I don't know at what point do you get banned from these lives. I know you're not supposed to say like certain words, like harsh words. You're supposed to kind of use the abbreviation, like I don't even want to use examples, but anyway, but they were talking about like, oh yeah, dude, I'm gonna stuff this piece of cake in your ass, like, and these people would
you're
laugh, and then they're like talking, and I'm just like, wow, no one's shutting the live down. I tried to do a live where I was showing this gambling dude, and I don't know if it's because in my message I said, hey guys, let's win some money tonight or something, and they're like, oh, you can't promote
gambling or
gambling or
addictions.
whatever. But I'm like, dude, there's people that are live all the time and they got their vapes and drinking, and then other people say, hey, you can't be drinking on my live, and then they'll shut it down. So I don't know, there's a lot that goes on, but it's definitely an interesting community. It's interesting to see, and like you can kind of set it up too because there's a lot of like these young kids that are on there, and it's like I don't want to really be in the mix with that bullshit.
Yeah.
So I kind of set my 21 and over, or you can set it at 20 and older, or whatever you want it. So now my algorithm is a lot better because at first it was like a bunch of goofy dorky, and I'm like, dude, I don't want to see this shit.
Yeah. I mean, you
But
you remember being a teenager, kind of. I mean,
hell
all
yeah,
the
dude.
shit we used to talk about when we go camping and stuff and
Oh
seeing the
my
world. We had
god.
a way of actually seeing stuff, but nowadays these kids are glued to a device and they don't really have a way to think for their own. So it's just
If we
like,
could have went live as kids, like I'm talking these, like even at like 16, 17, 8, like young in our young 20s, like when I was going clubbing and shit, hitting bars and all that, dude, I would have been live everywhere. Foo.
yeah.
It
I mean,
it
they
would have
have.
been
There's a guy I follow on YouTube. I can't remember his name right now, but they do live every Friday in Vegas, and they're just walking the
nice.
strip and talking to people and where'd you
Fuck yeah.
drive from, and just chatting up and having a good time. And
It's
truthfully,
awesome.
it's pretty cool to be able to see that now. But back in our
Yeah.
day, it was like we were still analog TV. We didn't have the fastest internet was still 50 kilobit. It was slow as heck, and then now it's
That
like,
freaking dial up was trash.
yeah, now we're in gigabit internet pretty much everybody's house. I mean, you're sharing bandwidth, but still, gigabit's pretty decent. Happy with
Yeah.
today's technology. Almost feels like we're born in the wrong era, but at the same time, happy to be here.
Well, I don't even know if we got into it last time, but all the things that have changed ever since that whole CERN, like the whole
Yeah, we
The Mandela effect, dude.
we
That's
talked
some
about it
interesting
towards
stuff.
the end of the last episode, if I remember correctly. But
Yeah,
did you read any of the stuff that I sent you about CERN right now? They just ramped up to their highest level of
let's go.
experiments. They're pushing hard on CERN right now. They're doing the hardest tests they've ever done since they launched in 2008. And then,
Switzerland, brother. Uh huh.
yeah. So they're doing all this stuff and they're pushing harder and harder on these tests. And then once these tests are done or whatever they're doing, they're holding off. They're going to basically shut down the machine and rebuild it and then start up tests again in 2030. Um, so 6 years out, whatever. But the thing
Yeah,
is, they're seeing like portals, and they're seeing these interdimensional creatures right now that are coming through these portals and then going back into these portals. And all this stuff's supposed to be hush hush, but you have these whistleblowers online right now talking about these like event horizons and portals that are popping up in the CERN laboratory when they're pushing this hydrogen collider harder than they've ever pushed it before. Um,
Yeah.
when they first fired it up, they're just making atoms, like little tiny, something no bigger than like a blueberry, and now they're saying it's big enough for an interdimensional creature to pass through. If it's a demon, if it's a alien, damn, you're gonna give me seizures over there with the flashing lights, buddy.
Flashing light. No, I hear you. Sorry, I was trying to get. I had the blinds open. It's getting dark now, guys. It's almost 8 o'clock here at night. What time is it over there, Aaron? Seven
Uh,
45. 8 o'clock.
yeah, 9:30, 10:30 almost.
Yeah. Well,
Uh,
no, everything you're saying about CERN is 100% true. It's interesting too that like I have it on right now. If you guys want to see it, you can go to Interstellar Dreams on YouTube, and they have a new video just dropped 3 days ago, and they're showing this thing in this cave or whatever. And dude, I can't imagine the freaking man hours. Okay, I mean tour. I mean, and look where it's at.
yeah,
You know what I mean? It's up in Switzerland, up in like the what is it, the Alps or whatever that is. I
yeah.
mean,
It honestly, it was a feat of engineering, just how it was built. Mileage of piping, and then all electromagnetic maglev technology. Basically, the same thing that Japan uses for their bullet trains. I
yeah,
mean, Japan's bullet trains are hitting 200, 300 miles an hour, and
Jesus.
at these speeds, they had to reconfigure the shape of the train because when they're entering tunnels, they were actually breaking the sound barrier and creating a concussional blast on the other side of the tunnel. So, can you imagine microscopic particles going on that same kind of technology? They're reaching breakneck speed of light, and that's what they've told all this time, that they're getting to close enough to 99.99% of the speed of light and then
Hmm.
hitting these molecules together. So,
Yeah.
I was also reading about element, was it 115 or
Yes.
151?
Yeah.
No, 115.
Element. Yeah.
Yeah, and
Hmm.
that they're saying they found that in CERN, and just the theoretical anti-gravital anti-gravity applications that it could potentially have. I mean, it's pretty crazy stuff that could come out of there. They're saying that they had it at one time, but it evaporated when they turned the machine off. Now they're saying there's a guy that has some of this element that was actually
It.
able to.
Yeah. It's Bob Lazar.
Yeah, that's it.
He's the
That's
one
the
who
name.
has it.
And he's actually has a
Yes.
feasible piece of this material that's actually able to use. And so honestly, it's some crazy information that's going around. So
Yeah. Yeah. No. Definitely. He got so Bob Lazar. He was crazy, dude, because he was like an was it astrophysicist, like a
yeah,
rocket engineer or whatever,
he's a rocket doctor.
or whatever they do.
Yeah,
Yeah, a rocket doctor. Basically, he straps on them things and lets them fly. But he put like a rocket in the back of his car when he was young, and he was very smart. And basically, he ended up making it into Area 51 as someone that was going to work on a very top secret project, and claims that the top secret project that he was working on was actually a downed alien aircraft that they had found, which happened to be the Roswell aircraft. And basically, from that
oh,
point on,
I dropped.
goes to say how they were working on developing this element 115, which was a it was kind of like a type of counter magnetic energy that like it used like the magnetic force from the earth, but then it could like transfer that energy into propulsion, and it was like a whole trippy deal. And basically it's figuring out what the spacecraft itself was actually made of. So it's very, very interesting. But to kind of get back to the Mandela effect thing, guys, like they're saying like original logos like Chick-fil-A and like some of the Sega logos. You guys can go online and look. Basically, when they this CERN, this interactor or whatever, when they lit this thing off, it actually shifted the entire Earth's axis. Like we're running parallel to our original Earth, so we're just shifted over. And that's why the things like, don't you realize like how so many things that seem like they had calmed down and kind of gone to more of like a resolution, like historical events and the way we treat each other and everything. And then all of a sudden it just seemed like, bam, we're back to hating each other and ragging on each other and everything. And it's just kind of interesting. I don't know. We're waiting for Tech to join us again, guys. So hang tight. When he joins in, we will definitely be good to go. There he is. He's back.
Dude, I don't know what the heck just happened.
Well, no, it's funny because when you were telling your talking, it was breaking up pretty bad. But I realized that if you just keep talking, when I go to redo the editing, it's not broke up. So that's why I don't stop you. I just let it fly. But this time, yeah, you went black, dude.
Yeah,
I was I was in the universe looking around like, where'd the space shuttle go?
yeah, I got beamed up, Scotty. Yeah,
I was like,
I looked. I was
man,
looking at your screen, and all of a sudden you were just like, I was like, oh crap, I lost it. I'm down.
yeah,
Gotta love cheap hotspots. They do what they can
crazy.
do. But
Well, you know what? That's all right. Yeah, dude. So basically, I was saying how the CERN kind of put us on like a parallel universe. So we're running almost right next to or right outside of our original universe.
yeah,
And now it's like everything has shifted because things that basically historical events and the I was saying the way we treat each other and everything is basically was coming to a resolution. Like we were learning how to all be people, and then bam, out
yep.
of nowhere, it was full blown, crack the fucking shit wide open. Everybody's a racist. And it's like, whoa, what the hell happened, dude? Like, why are we looking back at sitcoms and stuff that were um politically incorrect or whatever? Like, shouldn't we have still been advancing from that? Like, to if it's to a comical state, like we're getting along, we're trying to not make it so, you know.
Yeah.
I'm trying not to get into all these groups and all this shit, dude. But I'm just saying, ever since they lit this fucking machine off, okay, Chick-fil-A is spelled different. AM/PM never had lizards on their cups. You know,
Well,
there's
and
no
then
jalapeno cheese corn dog. I love those.
yeah, that sounds good. But
That's
like,
exciting.
what was it? The Berenstein Bears. Now it's the Berenstain Bears.
Yeah,
The
yes.
Fruit of the
For
Loom logo had the cornucopia on it.
that
So
that
literally,
one.
I live in the town that Fruit of the Loom originally was made in, and
Yes.
half the people I talk to weekly, they used to work in that factory as younger people, and they said they remember having the cornucopia on it. And now
Hey,
Fruit of the
dude,
Loom
it
has a
did,
thing
bro.
saying it's never had it. I
Dude, I would literally, I'm gonna search because you know my mom never throws fucking. I'll find it.
You'll probably have a
So,
pair of dirty drawers in your room still, and it still has the cornucopia logo. Who knows, man?
dude, there's a thing where, and I have it somewhere. My old BlackBerry phone. I had the original BlackBerry phone.
Yeah.
Well, supposedly that if I power that thing up and you look through the camera on it, it's still in the original universe line or our original universe because it's like a portal or something, like it's like a window, and I don't know, like I don't know, it weirds me out. But what's the point of this giant machine? Like, what are they really trying to do with this thing? Like some sort of like be able to control the rotation of the earth, or what are they trying to do? Give us 15 months in a year? I don't really.
So the original theory of it was to try and figure out how the Big Bang happened and how it worked. Because they're saying we came from a Big
Ah,
Bang, and well, we can
correct.
prove it by colliding two atoms together and watching them explode and see it make magic material. and they still haven't been able to prove that. So they're trying to say things can happen, or you can produce something from nothingness, and they can't prove it. So that's what
Yeah.
they've been doing with that this whole time. Well, they found this new energy source by doing this, and that's what they're trying to do right now with ramping it
Hmm.
up to their stage 4 testing that they're doing. So
But what's the result of like? So what do they hope to like? What's their end game? Like, you see what I'm saying? Like they're putting so much time, money, energy,
everything.
resources. I mean, just there's like trillions of miles of wiring in this thing,
Oh
dude.
yeah, it's
Like what for
absolutely
what?
massive. I, to scratch somebody's back, honestly, I have no idea. I'm reading through it right now. It's talking about stage 4. Um, the Higgs boson they're talking about, but I think they're really trying to figure out, or maybe changing the way the universe is flowing was the original intention, and they're just keeping it
Yeah,
on to see if they can continue to control it. Because when it first hit, the stock market kind of crashed when they first turned it on. The way money was spending changed. Everything changed exactly the same week that they turned it on the first time. So we're
that's
supposed to be
fucking
seeing the
weird.
end of it here shortly. Like they're turning it off for 4 years. So I think it was the end of July or something like that. They're gonna stop running this thing and then turn it back on in 2030. So don't know
I
what the
literally
exact purpose is, but like you're saying, like everybody else's theories are, it was to manipulate our space time. It could be like Project Looking Glass, trying to see other reality and time travel and other potentials. But
trying to
honestly,
see maybe what's coming or like trying to see the future and now somehow like fast forward us. You know what? It's almost like it stopped us right where we were and just put us on a different ending.
yeah.
Like, so because all of a sudden there's like this and then like the whole was did when did they launch that thing the first time? When did this first one
When they first
was
turned
it
it
be
on was 2008, if I remember correctly. I don't remember
see
when.
that?
And that's
See?
when
We were
the banks started
mhm.
using different types of money. That's when the stock market kind of crashed again. That's when the housing market here in America kind of crashed. And then it was just kind of all at the same time. We were having, we was it a new president entered in it? I think it was Barack Obama entered in at that time too.
Yeah.
So it was just a bunch of random things, and then we started having earthquakes completely around the world, around the Ring of Fire, all around the same time. It was just a bunch of just
And
anomalies.
our weather has never been the same since, because all of the 90s and early 2000s, summer hit, it was fucking summer.
Yeah.
Winter hit, it was winter. We had little droughts here and there that were so just gave the news weather people something to talk about.
Well,
But now
and
you look at it and look at your weather over there, dude. What was it, 80 the last week, and now it's going to be in the 50s?
yeah, well, right now it just dropped to this is my internal temperature, and it's 64. That's in my house right now, 64 degrees. But it's been like
Crazy.
82, 85 for the last week. And then we had that giant rainstorm last night. I slept with all the windows open because it was still in the 70s, even with
Right.
that massive rainstorm. And then now it's in the 60s. We're not supposed to get cold
Yeah.
chills like this and this late. I mean, we did get snow last year, but we had snow pretty much the whole winter all the way up until
Right.
the beginning of May. So it's like, what's happening? I don't know. Are they
Yeah.
controlling it with that? Honestly, I originally was reading CERN way back, uh, and I remembered hearing its potential of limitless energy is what the first things I kind of remember reading about. And mind you, this was before 2010. So it's kind
Yeah.
of fuzzy on the mind, but I remember them talking about potentially they could make a star, like a microstar, almost like a nuclear reactor, but it would be free energy, and they could take all the limitless energy out of that.
Oh.
But the other concern was, well, if you can make a star, you can make a black hole, and it could potentially devour the entire planet. And they're saying the percentage of that was like one millionth of a percent. So they were like, it's basically don't even think about that as a potential. So
So
I
they're willing to say that's fine. We'll just try it anyway.
we'll try it anyway. If everyone on Earth dies, my bad. Sorry, guys. And
Un.
maybe something did happen, and that's why everything in the world's changing, and everyone's saying like, "Oh no, you don't remember that." I remember watching. I think the movie was called Shazam or something like that, and it was
Oh, with Shaq.
yeah, with Shaq as the genie.
Uh
And
huh.
but I
That was a
remember it
great
with
movie.
yeah, I remember it with now I can't remember the other guy's name. Geez, now I can't remember his name. But I remember a different character playing the genie. So
Oh,
it's like what happened? Why is my
you might
memory
have.
bad on that? I
Yeah,
don't think
something's
so.
up.
I just watched a video on like the dark YouTube, and they're talking about I have proof of this stuff, and he goes into this safe in his house, and it's lead lined. So it's a firebox, it's a safe, and it's lead lined. And he pulls this stuff out, and it's a movie, a cassette, not a cassette, a VHS tape, and it's that movie of the other guy playing the genie, and I'm like,
Oh, you're thinking of the dude. Doesn't he have like a gold little hoop earring?
yeah, he was in like Jingle All the Way or something like that.
Yes, yes, yes. I know the guy you're talking about, dude. Huh. Now that you say, was there another? Maybe there was a remake, or was he the original? We
That
need some Shazam people to jump in here real quick.
yeah,
What's going on with that? Are
Jingle All
we
the
way
Way.
off our rocker?
It's possible. I remember watching movies, and you know how I am with movies. I remember movies pretty well, and I'll rewatch movies so many times that I know all the Sinbad. His name's Sinbad.
That's the dude.
Yeah,
Whatever happened to that guy, bro?
I don't know. He
He was
kind of
pretty funny. He was pretty. He was, but he kind of fizzled out, or what?
disappeared off the face of the earth. It feels like, but I mean, let's see film history. I'm like, I don't even see anything recent. He was in a movie in 2025 called Straw. So
Wow,
and Good Burger 2. Oh yeah, Good Burger 2 that just recently came out. So he is in
I
movies.
love Good Burger.
Dude, Good Burger was good. Have you seen Good Burger 2?
No, I don't think I have, bro. I
Dude,
used to watch it back in the day, man. I loved it.
I'll say this. Good Burger 2 was just like a total flashback of the original movie. It was just so good. All the original character cast is there. And then Ed's still just Ed. But he named all of his kids like after condiments that go on the hamburger. It's
Oh
like his daughter's
my
name's
god,
Pickles and his son's name's Ketchup and his other son's name's like Mustard, and it's like he
that's
still
funny
drives
as
the
hell.
hamburger car, and it's like, dude, what the heck?
Hey,
But
them dudes don't. That dude don't age, man.
yeah,
I mean, they do, but some of them, it's like, my god, dude. I mean, I know you probably afford the best treatments in the, but what I always liked about some of these actors and stuff, or these actresses, I guess too, is like they'll stay in their lane. So, like, that's a perfect example.
yeah,
You know what I mean? And they can play that role. It don't matter. Like another one is Shooter McGavin. You know what I mean
yeah,
from Happy Gilmore. Shooter. He's still, dude. I follow him on. He's still out on golf courses every day doing the shooter,
and still having
and
fun
he
with it,
loves
man.
it. He's
Yeah,
like, bro, I probably say that probably close to 1,000 times a day. He's like, it's my identity, it's who I am, and I think it's awesome, dude. Honestly, I think it's really cool. Another thing, real quick though, you touched on in the weather topic, the earthquakes. Did
yeah,
you see the amount of earthquakes around Area 51 right now?
yeah. They said for the last 24 hours. Geez, let me pull this up now.
Pull that up, dude.
Where
Let
is it?
people know because I'll tell you right now that was very interesting. And they're trying to claim, oh, Area 51 is not decommissioned, but it's basically just a bullshit, dude. If you look at Google Maps images, and even though they can doctor them or whatever,
Yeah.
just the progression, they've put giant new buildings out there. They've repaved a bunch of new roads. Like,
And
you're not doing all of that just because you have a couple of B-15s hiding in the desert. Like, I mean,
and,
it's
and honestly, if it's like B-15s, the Blackbird, some new stealth hypersonic planes or something like that, yeah, you'd be hiding it, but you wouldn't be saying to the entire American people that are paying taxes, "Hey, no, we decommissioned it," and then have all these satellite images of brand new roads and new vehicles on the Area
yes.
51 soil. Um,
Mm-hmm.
but yeah, from what I was reading, now I lost it again. It's saying over a dozen, yeah, dozens of earthquakes that has happened in Area 51 and the surrounding areas in the last 24 hours. So are they messing with the gravitational equipment? Because these scientists that we were talking about in 2 episodes ago that have gone missing, we're up to
Dude.
15 scientists now that have been missing or found dead.
And not only that, whistleblower, there's a whistleblower protection, and whistleblowers left and right are dropping, dude. I just seen a live thing today on YouTube saying that Trump has to address this situation. Like, there's literally people coming up missing like every day, bro. People that
Yeah,
are talking about things that are like, it was almost like, let's start the whistleblower protection program so that people will come forward from all ranks of government, people from the public, people from other countries, so that we can actually get an understanding of what is the public, what does our government actually think they know?
yeah.
And once they realize, holy shit,
Well,
they know a lot more than we thought, dude.
and they keep saying though that the president is on a need to know basis only.
They
So
always do that.
so it's like what's actually happening there? Well, the president doesn't need to know. So only the one of these lettered organizations, the Men in Black, whatever you want to call it, are out there
Right,
saying, no, he doesn't need to know. We know, but unless something happens like an invasion or the Earth starting to suck into itself, the core shuts down, the magnetic field blows up, something
right.
like that happens, they're not going to tell him. That just seems like what it is. But I always have hope, like what
Yeah.
was it, National Treasure, where they found the little diary in the president's desk where it has all the secrets passed down from president to president. I always have
Yeah.
hope that something like that's hidden somewhere so each president can read through it. But I mean, they get these ideas for movies from something, so it's potential this is real. But the fact
I
that
mean,
they're in the dark until something severe happens is kind of
and
BS. They're supposed to be the leader of our country. And as an American citizen, I would want him to say, no, that's not right. You're going to mess with these people or whatever the case might be.
I got a question for you then.
Sure.
The same government
Air
that's
quotes.
saying, air quotes, oh, there's no aliens, you guys don't even, this is just the wildest misconception, okay? Let's just say that's 100% true. That same, somewhere in the budget of government, those same people are, oh, let's turn the light switch back on NASA
Yeah.
and let's go full force. Oh, and then SpaceX. Okay, I get it. We want better cell signal and this and that. Okay, fine. But let's jump right past that and go into the trillions and billions and millions of dollars
Yeah.
that are getting spent by all the countries. If they can afford to launch a fucking black powdered rocket into the air, they'll do it. For what? If there's nothing out there,
Yeah.
then why do you keep telling me that we're going to land on the moon and we're going to mine for this and we hope to put Link wants to have the first fucking that spaceship that they're getting ready to launch, the next generation, the one that's about ready to go, is basically supposed to be a takeoff from Earth, take you to Mars, hang out for the day, have a couple of fucking drinks, come back and re-land within like 2 days or whatever the space travel time is
Yeah.
safely. It's fine. Oh, and by the way, if you want to buy property on Mars like, dude, what are we doing? You're gonna tell me that there's nothing else going on? Oh, but there is ice caps and there's if there's water and there's this, then there's got to be some sort of a what is it what's in everything like a
Oh, like
DNA
yeah,
type like a
genomes and
parasites
yeah,
and so then you're gonna tell me all of that can't translate into something bigger.
yeah.
Oh, but no, there's nothing else out there. Don't worry about it. We're the smartest thing in the world. Don't it's Oh no, we're not.
We're the
You
smartest
can't
in
even
the
tell me
known
how
universe type situation. I
you
know there.
can't tell me how Stonehenge was built. You can't tell me nothing about Easter Island. You can't tell me nothing about the pyramids, but oh, don't worry about it, guys. Those lights you're seeing overhead, yeah, that's just UPS.
Yeah, yeah, UPS.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, they're talking about sending a. I guess a good way to put it would be like a telecommunication satellite to Mars. So when we
Yeah.
finally get a colony set up there, we have a way to communicate back to Earth. Now, the only problem is
Jesus, dude.
we can get to Mars pretty quickly during a certain time of year.
Yeah.
But
Oh, really?
yeah,
Oh, if it's kind of like going with the fucking
yeah, if you so what is it, twice a year we actually catch up to Mars, and I think it's a 3 month
yeah,
trip or 3 week trip, or I can't remember the whole
nice.
math on it, but there's a
Right.
particular time of year which we're really close to Mars's orbit. So potentially we could get there pretty quickly, but if we have to like slingshot around the sun or something like that, that'd take forever. That'd take probably
Yeah.
years to get there. So it would have to be a certain time of year in order to even get there on a reasonable time. Um, what was it? 10 days it took the people to go around the moon, and air quotes on that. So I mean,
I just
I still don't know how true that one is, but after our conversation and the last one doing with flat Earth and stuff,
dude.
I've been doing a lot of deep dive into that. It's kind of why do
Yeah.
we uh, look at other stuff when you can look at our own planet and it's so mysterious as it is? Why aren't we spending all that money and research onto our own planet and releasing the information that we find here? I mean,
Yeah, dude.
we're afraid of releasing evidence of aliens or demons or God or what have you to the public because the human race
Yeah.
isn't ready for that. But yet, the stuff on Earth, like even the pyramids, they don't even know how they're built. They have
Right.
theories of how these holes are drilled, but they're showing people taking granite or garnet and putting it in a hole and using a copper pipe and spinning it real slow. But yet, you look at these holes and you can see they're drilled at a much faster pace and a much
Literally using a core drill with a diamond bit and a fucking electric powered chingasminga. And you've seen the Baghdad battery.
yeah,
These archaeologists that want to be so mainstream, they absolutely hate the Baghdad battery. They're oh yeah, they use that for electrifying their jewelry and blah blah blah
yeah,
gold plating and the okay. Well,
electroplating.
even if they were doing okay, so right then and there, you just fell off your horse and landed in cow shit because you're telling me they're not using electricity, but oh, they were using it to electroplate. So you're gonna tell me if I can electroplate my fucking bracelet right here, I can't get a light bulb to go on? I can go grab like what is it, a potato, some salt, and like a piece of copper, and I can get that
Yeah.
fucking
So
light
you put
bulb to
a
turn on for.
like an
Come on,
iron nail and a copper nail and just some wires going to each on either a lemon, a citrus fruit, or even a potato puts off was it 1.5 volts? That's enough to power
dude.
LED lights easily. Some of these LEDs are
What are we
not even zero
doing?
point 0.4 volts. So you could light up a whole row of LED strips with just a single
Yeah,
lemon.
yeah,
But you need
and
that
some
anode
it
and
just
cathode to do it. And the Baghdad battery has everything in it, and they're saying they found what, five of them or something like that. That's
at least, dude. And over there in Iran, they're literally finding them like, okay, this was basically excuse me, this is what people did. Like, this is, they had, okay, how are you gonna, they said, how in the fuck would you light the pyramids and do all that? If you were using torches, there would be so much soot built up
Yeah,
in areas that they wouldn't even have took the time to clean because they're not thinking about soot.
yeah,
There's none. There's none. There's no remnants of, you see Indiana Jones and he's going through the thing with some fucking torch. Dude, I light tiki torches in my backyard, a
yeah.
fucking 32-ounce canister, and in 4 hours it is
Well, I
dead.
mean,
And you're
here,
gonna,
look
where are
at
they getting all the kerosene?
look at the black spots on my ceiling right there.
Yes.
That's literally
Yes.
just this one winter of using. Let's go with 15 gallons of kerosene in a kerosene heater just to warm my trailer when the snow hit,
Right.
and
Right.
that's just a 15 gallons. And you're saying they had these things up and they built the pyramids and they're inside of them for days on end. Didn't put any hieroglyphics inside the pyramids, pretty much whatsoever, and yet it doesn't have a single soot stain anywhere. I mean,
Dude, and then and then yes, and then right carved into the fucking walls of the place are these massive oblong glass shaped domes with an electrode in the middle, and they show them coming down to some sort of a chingus domingus. So basically saying, hey, look, thank you to the gods for giving us the technology to make this fucking Baghdad battery chingus. And then also, with now finding out that there's this reactor underneath the main pyramid, dude, that thing could have been on a real slow idle and powered all of Egypt.
yeah, well, even Nikola
Eh, eh,
Tesla
eh.
was talking about the energies that are in our atmosphere, talking about
Yeah.
free wireless power. I mean, if you take
Yes.
a CFL light bulb and you're near a high powered power line, and this is AC, mind you, that light bulb lights up. But Nikola
Hmm.
Tesla was talking about DC, direct current power, basically same thing that's in our cars and any vehicle that runs on a battery. And they're saying that these DC things are in our atmosphere. That the actual atmosphere itself sends out this AC current, or I'm sorry, DC current, and Nikola Tesla found a way to harness it and then reproduce it wirelessly to people.
Well,
So up to what was it, 50
dude,
miles away, he could wirelessly transmit free electricity that he got free out of the atmosphere, all using these antennas. And that's all he was using for these. And yet that technology magically disappeared with his shop and when he died. So
unbelievable.
why don't we
Oh,
have
that's
that
it. I can't
technology?
take this no more.
I'm
I'm out of here.
done.
I can't do
I'm
this
getting out of
anymore.
here.
No, I'll be right back, dude. I gotta piss. Sorry, guys. Too many tall cans before the show tonight.
Yeah, you
Hey,
didn't
tell
even.
them about the riding mower.
Oh yeah. I don't know if you guys ever ridden a zero
How
turn.
many acres is it?
Uh, Here's 6 acres that I mowed, but a zero turn kind of steers like a tank. So I always wondered why people here in Kentucky they like to turn left before they turn right, or they'll turn right before they turn left. It kind of makes sense because when you're doing a spin, you kind of have to go a little wide with these zero turns. But that's pretty much how tanks work at the same time, or the tracks on some of these tractors that have two different tracks. Well, you have different foot pedals to push one track forward and the other one goes back, or it just sits there. But that's how the zero turn works. If you're doing 6 acres, you got to take a break. At least I got dizzy, but I get motion sick easy. My brother does it often, and he seems to have fun with it. Honestly, I was having a blast. It's so much fun riding that thing. It's like riding a quad. Really, it's like a remote control car almost. But when you're on it and you're doing those circles around the trees, or uh, like the gazebo out there, you start to feel it in your head. You get motion sick. It's fun though. Um, if anyone has large acreage and they don't have a zero turn, they have those stand up, kind of like a zero turn. They're fun too. But honestly, the push mower on this much acreage, that ain't gonna happen. And we don't have goats or donkey over here yet, so it's it makes it difficult. um, I would honestly say it's go for it, try it at least once, but it's tiring on your body
Hello?
after a while. Oh crap, he's back. Um, yeah,
Everything okay?
no, Mister Superman's still here.
Sorry, dude. Look, I had to go get this badass power light. Let's see.
Don't blame me.
Bam.
Oh, is
Yeah,
that
it's
the one
dark
you
in
had on
here.
your video when you were working on your truck?
Yep, that's the one. If you guys want to go over there, Outcast Services Instagram, check it out. Hold
Dude,
on.
if you guys don't ever watch his other channels or his other shows, you got to watch them. He's putting these trucks together and these vehicles together. He used that, I believe it was to do a wiring harness and then to redo his air conditioning on a GMC recently. Honestly, he's finding these tools. Harbor Freight, reach out to Harbor Freight. They got some great stuff. I would suggest definitely going there if you need anything. All their hand tools have lifetime warranty. It's pretty amazing. Um, who anymore has a lifetime warranty if your socket breaks or whatever the case might be, your wrench breaks? They'll just give you a whole new pack of wrenches, or they'll just replace the one. So it's pretty neat. If you need any tools, swing by there. We're not sponsored whatsoever, but we spend money there often. Especially Tim here when
Fuck, dude. You
he's
might just have to do the show by yourself now, huh?
yeah. I'll do that totally.
I'm
Although
sorry, guys.
oh
Oh,
shit, he pissed in a bottle. Now he's back.
I sat on it. Hold on. Those problems happen a lot. All right, we're back, guys. Welcome to KNX 973 Radio. How's the black tea, dude? Do you make that at home?
Yes, sir. So I do.
Oh my god, tell me about this tea.
So it's one of those big gallon sauce pots, and I put 10 tea bags in it. It was
Nice.
old Southern way from a lady that I grew up with. We called her Granny C or Chambers, Grandma Chambers. Um,
Yeah.
and she just told us how to make this. And I usually, well, she taught us how to do it with sugar to make sweet tea. But honestly, 10 tea bags, that tea comes out blacker than most coffees. And then you just add
Yeah.
it to a little bit of water. It's so good. It's very strong. It's almost like
So,
if you ever go to Starbucks, get a black iced tea, no water, because they always put a shot of black iced tea
uh,
and then the rest is ice and water. But if you do with no water, it's just ice and the black iced tea, and as the ice melts, it just kind of slightly waters it down, but it's so strong. And I just like
so is
high
does that give
caffeine.
you energy? Like, yeah. So does it have caffeine in it, or
Yeah,
how does
it's
that
it's
work?
really good in caffeine. It's just like coffee, honestly, for me.
Huh.
Once it cools down, I guess the chemical reaction that creates caffeine, it kind of breaks down once it cools off. So it doesn't have the same hit like coffee. But if it's
Mhm.
fresh and warm in the morning, it will wake you up. But
Nice. I gotta try that because I do coffee, dude. I love coffee, but I wouldn't mind doing a little tea.
yeah, I'll have to
Yeah.
show the one bag of coffee I get. It's an espresso blend. But if you do it over a pour over or even in your standard coffee pot, you use like 3 tablespoons of this coffee powder, and it's
Yeah.
just as strong, if not stronger, than any dark roast coffee that I ever have gotten. So I
Nice.
that's the only coffee I get. I get it at Dollar General most of the time, and it's like $4.
Uh
It's in
huh.
a yellow uh, aluminum wrapped bag, and honestly, I like it. But when it comes to tea, I just or to drinks, I just prefer tea over coffee most of the time.
I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna get into it. I've been wanting to do a sun tea, but I'm like, there's no caffeine in that. So how do you add the caffeine? How
It
does that?
does have caffeine in sun tea. It's just on the lower side. When you have just boiled water and you put a tea bag in it, it's very, very high in caffeine. Um, those of you
Mm.
that are trying to get parasites or bacteria out of your body or lose weight, green tea helps a lot. Especially hot green tea will actually it boosts your metabolism. It boosts your metabolic stuff, so it makes your body
Yeah.
actually work better. So just tea. I mean, the Chinese started doing just picking leaves off these plants. What are they saying? 3,000 years ago, and why not?
Hey, and those fuckers eat a lot of rice too, and they're still thin, huh?
Yeah,
You know the tea must help them shit it out. I don't know what's going on with that, but I
dude.
did notice that, bro.
I have a rice maker that's made in Japan. It does 10 cups of uncooked rice at a time. 10 cups. That's a big ass thing of rice. I'll go through
Yeah,
that in a week. I mean, I go through 50 pounds of rice. What is that? Every couple months or something like that. But
yeah.
I mean, no matter what I've been doing, I've been trying to do the Asian diets. I've been doing all these other diets, and I still have this nice girlish figure. It doesn't help much. So,
I hear you. Well, it ain't easy, dude. So another thing that you can do as far as like herbal things and teas and whatnot is you guys are close to the Amish.
yeah.
What goes on with that? What happens there?
So the Amish community is, well, I want to say, 20 miles, 30 miles from us, mostly. Um,
Okay.
and truthfully, it's between Amish and Mennonite. They don't really have electricity. They don't have electricity in their houses whatsoever. Their workplaces, they'll have electricity, or their shops, they'll have electricity. And it's mostly,
They need the Baghdad battery.
they just choose not to have it. They don't want it.
Oh,
Um,
okay.
but they'll use like diesel engines and stuff, or like the old steam power stuff in their
Yeah.
shops. In their houses, they just choose to go old school with lanterns and candles and fireplaces. So they pretty much cook on
Wow.
fire. They Fire is life. I mean, we used to play with fire when we were kids, so all that fun stuff we used to
God,
do.
didn't we?
Yeah, so I can only imagine all the stuff that they're taught. But they don't have the screen
Yeah.
blindness. They're not on devices. They don't have any of that kind of stuff. They have a
Guy, that must be so refreshing. Like, I mean, besides having fun or whatever, I can't find my other USB to C charger, guys.
oh, you plug your
Adapter.
mic into it.
Yeah, maybe. But I had an additional one. Wow, look at everything's coming down. Avalanche. But what I was going to ask you with those people like that, it's got to be kind of refreshing. But then again, they don't know any different because don't they hit a certain age and they're allowed to like go be free for 1 year, and if you
Yeah,
decide you want to come back, then
they have something called REM spring. They kind of go out and to see the English. That's what they call Americans, is the English. So they speak both English and Dutch. And when you're there, they mostly speak Dutch unless you're actually talking to them directly. But all their stuff is farmed straight out of the land. It's absolutely amazing, kind of like back to our roots.
mm-hmm.
So like they have natural remedies for everything. I like to call it like witch doctoring stuff. I know it's not
Yeah,
any witchcraft whatsoever. That's old school. That's real remedies that the FDA doesn't want us to have because they can't tax us for
damn,
it. Like they have remedies to get rid of mosquitoes, and they'll just mix like this wood essence with an oil, and you just rub it on your body, and ticks and fleas and mosquitoes, they just leave you alone completely. So,
nice,
and then you could even ask them, "Oh, my son has a
huh?
cold. Do you have a something for this?" And they'll take you to the side, and they're like, "Okay, we mix this essential oil with this one, and they'll get rid of the cold within overnight or something like that."
Yeah,
They have stuff for pneumonia, and everything like that. But even still, like broken legs and stuff, they still see the doctor. I've seen them in doctors'
sure.
offices here, just for
I
uh,
mean, from a
necessity
smart,
checkups.
yeah, I was gonna say from a smart, healthy standpoint, being in the modern world, if there's anything they partake in, it's got to at least be like our medical resources, and then maybe like water. Like they're not going to go with a year without water when they could fucking go tap a pipe, or
Well,
maybe they would. I don't know,
out
but you
here,
see what I'm saying?
everything's on creek or well. They'll hand dig the
Oh,
well,
okay.
or
Well,
have doc.
hand dig the well.
They'll either
So
hand
how deep are we talking here?
50 feet. It's not too
Mm.
difficult to do. Like they'll take these pipes that have this bit on the end, and they put it in the ground, and they spin it by hand themselves, and they'll get down like 5 feet, and then they'll add
So
another
they're
pipe to it.
augering in the middle and they're letting the casing drop until they hit water, and then they
Well, and the dirt out here is on the more of a clay kind of side, so it doesn't really
okay.
fall in as easy. It's not like sandy. It's not muddy. Um,
Okay.
we have so much water out here; it just kind of is always natural. There's this one guy that's kind of a preacher, who's an Amish guy, and he actually has a TikTok channel and a YouTube channel. It's a guy from the world. They're just another English guy, and he moved from Minnesota just to hang out with that guy, and he records them all the time. He's like, "Yeah, sure, follow me around. I'll teach you about
That's
God at the
crazy.
same time as teaching you how to farm the earth." And
Yeah.
he has a creek in his backyard, so my whole family has gone there and hung out with him and just seen how he lives because he's welcome to visitors 24/7, and it's
That's
just
cool.
like, "Hey, come hang out." So he's got these extra rooms and extra beds
Man,
so people can stay the night there when they have visitors. And for water, he just goes out to the creek in the backyard, and it's a moving creek. It's not just water sitting still like we see, uh, like in Arizona and
right.
California. It's actually flowing. So he goes out there. He'll even take his dishes out there, and you'll see him out there scrubbing his dishes and stuff. So it's like,
How
yeah,
cool.
it's pretty crazy the stuff that they're doing. But yeah, they have
Man.
natural remedies that's grown right in their own yard. Uh, and then, like I was telling you, and I may have brought this up in a previous episode, that like they even have hemp. They'll grow hemp just so they can have oil.
Ah.
So they'll crush the hemp down, take all the juices out of it to make oil for their lanterns or their diesel generators or whatever the case might be on that. And then with the thrash that's left or the the plant material itself, they'll weave it into clothing. They'll weave it into rope because hemp rope's been around forever. It's so
It's
strong, it's
super strong.
crazy.
Yeah, bro. Yes.
But if you thrash it properly, is when they break down the fibers and it lays properly, it's soft as cotton. It's absolutely amazing how they're doing all this, and they're doing it either with
Man.
by hand or these stone mills and stuff like that. It's all either wood or stone. It's really incredible to see all this. But this
Huh.
like grocery chain I go to, they even have a soft serve, and
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah, yeah.
their milk's right out of their own cows. They have eggs right at their own um, free range, literal free range. You can see all the chickens running out in the field and stuff, but they all come home at night and lay at night. So they take their eggs to make their custards and their peanut butters and stuff. All that's there.
My my mom brought me some of the Amish jerky.
Yeah.
I don't even know what it was, but it was so good, dude.
Yeah. That's all dried by hand, is all aged there. They have their own
Yeah.
smoke shack there where they cure it in smoke and salt. They'll do the old fashioned way if you want to just a salt jerky where it's salt cured. But
Yeah, dude.
they're smoke sheds. They'll have like this building as big as my house, and they have these giant hooks where it's just meats hanging everywhere, and they just have smoke in another
Really?
room, and it's all smoke cured.
Wow.
It's crazy.
That's awesome, dude.
Yeah, I honestly, I always thought maybe I could live that way, but it's difficult at the same time as being absolutely liberating and free. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You don't have to
Yeah.
answer to a man every day. You don't have to worry about the government coming breathing down your neck. Uh, you don't have to answer at a job or showing up to a work every single day. You're living at your work. You go outside. Okay, I want fresh
Yeah.
tomatoes that's right out front.
And the government kind of leaves them alone, huh? I mean, because
Yes
they
and
don't
no.
really bother anybody, or how does that work? They probably still want property taxes and
Yeah, they want
or
all
what?
that stuff. The Amish mostly do bartering with each other. They try not to spend money in between. Like, okay, Susie wants tomatoes. Well, Jimmy's got lemons, and he has a bushel of tomatoes as well. So he needs strawberries, and he's like, well, she needed the everything else. So they just trade amongst each other instead of spending cash. But
Yeah,
they still bring in cash to pay their property tax, just like everybody else. And honestly, property tax out here where they are is a whole different category, so it's way less expensive.
that's what I'm wondering. Oh, so it's more like pay, probably like you could pay multiple years at once, or
Well, and
because dude, they're not even burning like all kinds of like farming equipment and shit. Isn't a lot
yeah,
of that still like ran by a mule?
yeah. So they don't have electricity to some of their houses, so it's not like they have amenities. They don't have concrete sidewalks up to their house. It's just open fields, and sometimes it's not even paved roads. It's
Yeah.
like dirt roads or something, and they take care of it themselves. So it's like
Yeah. Wow.
really they don't have much of taxes that needs to be taxed. They do their own homeschooling, they do their own everything, even their own doctors and stuff like that. They'll even do their
Mhm.
own dentistry. So where's the tax needs to even go to? You know what I mean? It's just Big Brother's always out there with their hand out saying, "Give me my share." So
Right.
I mean, there's countries that don't have taxes at all. So it's, why are we taking so much in taxes? Is kind of
Where do
crazy.
the Amish come from? Because don't they come from Greenland?
I honestly don't know. Uh,
Something like that.
it's
Something
just
like they, and then it froze over, so they kind of like had to move or something.
well, they just I, I don't know why they speak Dutch, but
Yeah, that's
they
kind of
speak
weird.
Dutch, so it's kind of like German, and I don't know where it came from. I just know they believe they want to live the old way, not tempted by the world, and that's
Yeah.
basically what it is. They're like, okay, it was good enough for uh, my savior, my God, so they want to say, well, he could live that way. Why can't we? And with these temptations around us, you get okay, well, I get tempted by that. Now I want to go smoke. Now I want to go drink. I want to go do all this other stuff, go party.
Uh,
And that's why they give these teenagers these, well, I guess it's 18-year-olds or something like that.
a sabbatical.
Yeah, they're like, "Hey, go live in the world. If you want to stay there, we kind of shun you because you're not supposed to come back to the village if you've chosen that lifestyle." Um, Now there are some people that leave for multiple years and then they come back and they have to like be reinitiated. It's almost like a gang the way it
Yeah.
works. But it's like if
Cult. Yeah.
yeah, but they're very friendly people. You just don't see the friendliness. They're friendly with each other, but they don't really express emotion. Like you could talk to them all
Okay.
day and they're just like, "Sure. Uh-huh. Totally. Oh, the lemonade's over there." So it's like they're helpful, but they don't have expression of joy or all these things. I'm sure they have it at home, but
Do you think like the younger generation of them, even though they're as reserved as they are, like, have you noticed how like if say a kid is born today, let's just say a kid that's now turning 5. It's almost like whether the parents shove the phone in front of their face or not, whether whatever, like, so I'm talking Amish where none of that even happens. We
yeah,
know it doesn't happen. Something in our like current DNA, like even the Amish kids somehow know in their head, like, fuck, I could be on some screen looking at like,
yeah,
so I think maybe when like us as people go into their store and there's 13-year-old Shrebliup working the fucking counter, and it's like here we come in and we've got on ACDC t-shirts and a Miller Lite fucking hat, and you're wearing some camouflage action, and they're just like, dude, like I'm tired of staring at this donkey's ass, like
all the time. Yeah,
carving, like, dude, like there's got to be like I think the realization of there's got to be something else going on out there, how we strive for it in our universe. Imagine being Amish.
yeah.
They like literally look across the street. Well, there's a Target. Don't know what that is, but anyway, back to my mule. Like, what are we doing? So,
Well,
do you think it's like, you
I
know what I
I've
mean?
seen them even on. There's Dollar Generals almost every couple miles out here. I've seen them in Dollar Generals to just get basic amenities and stuff like that, toilet paper, and just basics.
So
Uh,
at some point, they definitely are still like have to give in a little bit to just how readily available our world is to
well,
theirs.
and
Like,
sometimes it's just cheaper to buy it or easier to buy it than it would be to make it. But they raise their kids at a young age to live off the land and do all these things. But they're also not being spoon fed the things that the government wants. I mean, when we went to school, the dinosaurs were 65 million years old, and now they're saying, well, now there's soft tissues and cartilage and all this stuff, and that can't be older than 10,000 years at all. So
right,
n- now these Amish kids, they're not being spoon fed that stuff. They're being taught what's either been handed down by like a verbal acknowledgement, or they're being taught like out of their belief system. Let's
Are
just
they
say
Jewish?
they're more of a almost Christian Seventh Day Adventist. Is kind of different.
Like with an old school? Are they more like Old Testament or like what's their?
Probably, I would honestly probably say
Yeah,
yeah to that,
yeah.
more Old Testament from the Holy Bible style. Um, and even the way of talking, that when they do speak English, it's very old speaking tongue.
Yeah.
Um, but even at these stores that I go to, they even have children working in there. I mean,
Right.
they're there with a parent, or even just them by themselves, because they want maybe just spending money. I don't know.
No, I totally understand that. That's like if my parents have a stand at the swap meet and I'm 10 years old and it's Saturday, guess where I am? I'm
Yeah,
passing out fucking bags to customers or
yeah,
I mean, so no, I totally get that, but that's like what they fucking do. Like that's 7 days a week or well, whatever. And another thing that's interesting to me is I was watching this video and they're basically it's probably maybe somewhere out there by you guys, wherever the Amish are pretty stacked up. And they were showing like, see, so somehow they let maybe somebody in to film, or I don't, because it wasn't like, oh, yeah, I'm an Amish guy. Let me show you guys how we do something. Like they don't do that.
yeah,
So he basically, maybe they can, certain levels can, I don't know. But basically, what it was like a point of view of somebody showing how they build the lower structure of their home,
yeah,
and it was the clay you're talking about. It's like that black clay. Like this shit is like, and they literally are using donkeys or a horse or whatever with like this scooper, and they just start working in a pattern and it scoops and then they go and then they dump it and they scoop and I'm thinking, fuck, if I had an excavator out there for 1 week, you're
yeah,
on one, Kyle's on one, Austin's on one, Marty's on one. How many millions of houses do you want built? I
yeah.
mean,
The thing is, though, they can have these houses up in literally a day.
they do. The
Eh,
guy showed like the progression, and I'm just like, as dinosaur as that looks, they fucking kicked ass,
Yeah,
dude.
and their
It's
technology
cool,
is
man.
still stuff that we use in even California for the earthquake hazards and stuff. I mean, they don't
Yeah,
use concrete footings that are a foot
sure.
around. I mean, even here in just the basic Kentucky area, they barely use footings whatsoever. They don't even use rebar in their concrete.
Right.
It's weird
It's
stuff.
5,000 psi, so they say fucking run it.
Yeah, so the Amish, they're putting pressure treated lumber or their own cut lumber, because they'll run their own mill off of either diesel generator or the water itself, like an old fashioned water mill, and they'll cut the lumber
Dude.
themselves, and they go out there and build this magic barn in 1 day. Like they'll get 25 guys and they're like, hey, guess what? I need a barn raising, and their family throws a giant feast for everyone that comes to help, and they just
That's
throw
so
these
cool.
barns up in 24 hours.
That's awesome, dude.
Can you imagine having a group of guys that you could trust well enough to come into your neighborhood, and you know they're not going to screw with the kids, they're not going to screw with your wives, and
Right. It's
they're
just a solid group,
yeah,
dude. Like, that's
they're
crazy.
just guaranteed good people, and they're all like, okay, let's come together, we're going to build this. Okay, I'll be there. And they show
That's
up,
so cool.
hat on, beard out, ready to go.
Yep.
So it's just like, I don't understand the
Yeah.
no mustache thing though, because they all have these long beards but no mustache.
Yeah.
And
Yeah. And
then
then, like, yeah.
I guess it's
Abraham
like
Lincoln hat. They got the tall hat. Is that really a thing? Do they do the tall hat? What kind of hat do
some
they
of
wear?
them do, some of them have just like a cowboy hat, some of them are just.
Okay.
I've seen even like uh what's the 50 style with the brim all the way around. I've seen all those kinds of hats out here.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
And then
yeah.
even down to just like a felt hat just to keep the water off you. Because when you're out
Okay.
there and you're getting pulling your plow with the mule, donkey, whatever, even horses are pulling plows. You're out there, you don't want the sun beating on your neck 24/7. So it's
Right.
just like they're just wearing whatever to keep the sun and rain off of them. Especially here, Pennsylvania, where it's raining all the time.
Yeah.
They gotta still be in the field. So what do? You don't have ponchos. You don't really use plastic. You're not using synthetic fabrics whatsoever. Most of their stuff is either cotton, hemp, or there was another one that they're using like silk. And
Yeah.
yet
Hmm.
they don't want to use the artificial like polyesters and stuff. Um,
Yeah.
Besides being highly flammable, it also is highly allergic to some people. Like even my skin personally breaks out if I'm using higher than 70% polyester rayon, whatever it is called.
Yeah,
Like
me
I'll get
too for
rashes
some reason.
and then I
Why
that
is that? That's a weird thing, and it never fades, it never shrinks, it
yeah
never and it but and you would think that would be like the perfect material, dude. I'm the same way. Like dress socks, those real thin dress socks.
yeah
Oh fuck, dude! If they're 100% polyester and I wear those, say for an evening to like a wedding or whatever,
yeah.
oh my god, the next day like my ankles and stuff
They're
have
all,
like an irritation, and
they're all swollen or broken out or
yeah, I'm like,
yeah
what happened? I
yeah.
didn't do shit.
And honestly, that's
That's
why I pretty
weird.
much always use the like, Carhartt because most
Yeah.
of it is pure cotton. So
Hmm.
it I don't have the issues like I'll get red lines on where the sleeves are sewn on or something where the stitching is because the stitching is a
Yep.
polyester or a blend of materials because it
Yeah,
is
you'll get to
stronger,
working.
but
Uh huh.
it's just it
Yep.
causes breakouts and skin irritation. So it's
Yeah, by the end of the day, you're like, damn, why? I feel like I'm sunburned right down like where a tank top would be, and it's from the damn thread on the shirt.
yeah. So
Yeah, that's
I
crazy,
mean, they
bro.
know better when it comes to that, evidently, because they're not using any of that stuff. They're still using real cotton thread. And I've even seen cotton fields out here where they're actually picking it themselves and they're weaving it themselves too. They would just grow it for
Yeah.
no reason. And honestly, cotton
I w-
plants are absolutely beautiful. They're
Dude,
absolutely
yeah, it
beautiful.
looks badass. It does look so cool.
So it's these pods that have these four clusters that open up and it's like a flower. And when these pods
Uh-huh.
open up, they just have these like clouds of cotton in it, and they just go through and
It's the
pull them out.
weirdest thing.
And I understand they when they start to dry, those clusters that hold the cotton are very sharp, and so
Oh my
they'll stab you
god.
pretty easy. But
Do you imagine that?
yeah, it is crazy. So
Just getting absolutely cut up. Yeah, and what's crazy too is what do the Amish do like all right, you're going through your life and shit and it's like, damn, I kind of want to like have a wife and have a kid. It's like, so all right, how does that fucking happen?
so from what I've heard, they kind of have a um what do you say like a parent
Arranged?
like an arranged marriage. It's either an arranged
Uh
marriage or the man has to go up to the house and say, "I'm interested in your daughter. Um, would you be okay with us uh, seeing each other?" And it's always has to be in company of other people when they're like out on a date. So they're always in company of other people. Or they're with a supervisor basically at all times. And then when they finally get married, basically the only time they have sex is to have kids.
yeah.
So there's not supposed to be pleasure a part of it, but I mean, it even talks about pleasure in the Bible. So I'm like, I don't understand
Right.
why they wouldn't want that.
So you think like I mean, God, you'd almost think that's got to be kind of tough for the girl cuz even if the girl wanted to ask like say she wanted to ask Thomas over there, all she can do is fuck, I hope Thomas comes and asks my parents like
Yeah,
and then unfortunately Amish Tim comes knock 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 and she's like, "Oh, I'm fucking cooked."
yeah.
Can she say no? Like I wonder like at what extent and see I wonder if they do the arranged marriage to like guarantee like separate bloodlines.
I'm
Cuz if
sure that has something
everybody's
to do with
on,
it.
you know what I mean? Because if not, it the lines would start to get blurred pretty quick cuz the families are so big and so many of them never leave and they come back. So you don't want to like be like a 10th generation cousin here and here and then boom. I mean, I get it, Adam and Eve and everybody, but come on, dude.
Yeah,
You see what I'm saying? That's why I married a Latina. I didn't want to take a chance of being related.
yeah.
No, I'm
Think
kidding. But yeah, dude. So I wonder about stuff like that. But I guess it's the tribal effect. Tribes have been doing it. the lady's there,
I
her
mean,
kid sucking on a titty. It don't matter. We're in Africa. It's not a big deal. And like he'll be like, and then the guy will say, "Yes, Tom." They always give him like a fake name for the
yeah,
documentary. So Thomas will go about his day gathering the younger men to go hunt.
yeah,
He's the husband and he has 12 wives, and it's like boom, and then they glance over to and there's like 12 wives and they each have 10 kids, and I'm thinking, fuck, dude, they
yeah.
got something going on over there, bud.
I know some of the Asian cultures still do the arranged marriage thing too. Um,
Crazy.
it's honestly, I think it's to like you were talking about the purity of the bloodline to make sure
Yeah.
at least my kids guaranteed a spouse when they're of age. But I believe, like you were saying, okay, she wants Thomas. If she put a little bug in Thomas's ear, hey, I think you're cute. Why don't you ask my dad? I think
Oh,
that's going around too. I would at least hope so because you don't want to be stuck with Tim the whole time. I'm like,
not at all.
how
Hell
how
no.
many Tims do you know that are cool?
He just got back from a 1 year hiatus. We don't know what he's been up to.
Yeah,
So it's like, yeah, that's true. I had more than chips and salsa when I was out.
yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty interesting. Yeah, because I always think about that. You guys send my mom that. It's like it comes in a little tub. It's like a cream that you can rub on sore muscles, and she swears by it, dude.
Dude, it's tallow. It's made from beef extract
It's
fat.
awesome. It works so good.
Yeah, and honestly, tallow is. Uh, Danny actually makes tallow, and she sells it in her little stand, and it
Uh
sells
huh.
for $12 or something like that for 3 ounces. But
Because it takes a pretty good process to make it, I
yeah,
imagine.
you have to extract it from the beef, and then you have to whip it, and you have to put all the essential
Oh
oils
wow,
into it, and you have to. It's a lot of work. It doesn't sound like a lot of work, but it's a lot of work to make
it
it
does sound like a lot of work.
and to purify it and to clean it. Because when you're pulling it out, it could have meat chunks, it could have all this other stuff, but yet it's natural. So when you put it on your skin, it has
Wow.
a slightly oily texture, but your skin absorbs it. Versus lotion, you
Okay.
either put it on and it like evaporates instantly, or it's almost like
It leaves armor all.
yeah. So it almost feels like Vaseline when you first put it on, but it absorbs so much into the skin. It's absolutely amazing. So if you're putting
Dude.
any natural remedies in it, it helps so well with joints and pains. I guess people use it for arthritis and other stuff.
Oh my
And that's
god.
one thing the Amish don't
Shit.
really deal with much is the arthritis or um, other stuff like
That's
that.
my next topic. And you know what it is? I don't know if Danielle will ever hear this. She would probably make a killer CBD oil. I mean, I might have to go ahead and admit, like, if she was able to just, like, not that she would ever make, like, these vape pens or like resins or stuff, but
Yeah,
guy, I can only imagine because she has just the natural, like, ability to make like really good stuff. Like, I've been seeing her pretzels and the stuff she makes, and I'm just like, damn, imagine if she got into like making medical edibles or something. They'd
yeah.
probably be the best in Kentucky. Well,
Honestly,
then I'm thinking the Amish should do the same thing, dude. They have the farmland, and if they got into CBD, it would literally eliminate joint pain, this arthritis. They could put it on their animals, like
well, honestly,
that's
one
that's
of our Amish
that's
stores does sell CBD.
and they're onto it right there.
Yeah,
That's got to be the best,
and
dude. You
it's
got to get that.
natural. It's stone ground CBD, and they pull the THC out. I'm sure it has like 0.5% THC still in it, but even
Yeah.
hemp, they're growing hemp that has very trace amounts
Oh
of
yeah, you said
THC,
they're
and
growing the hemp. Yeah,
yeah,
so they're probably pulling the CBD out of it.
yeah, because that has CBD in
And
it. And honestly, like I think you're right, Danny probably could make a good stuff.
oh,
Uh,
I can't imagine.
we've made. My brother has done like THC butter and stuff, and we were giving it to
Oh yeah.
our dog, our Great Dane. She was having hip issues. That's the biggest issue with about big dogs. They get hip issues,
Yep.
they get heart issues, they'll have seizures. But we started giving her the THC CBD butter, and she literally started acting like a puppy again. She goes
Dude,
from a
it's
dog
like
that's old and crippled to this animal that's running around and chasing the rabbits and going after balls again. It's like that's a whole different
yeah.
thing.
Yeah, CBD is amazing for like the legs, like your hips, your knees, your joints all through. I mean, all throughout your body, arthritis. Period. But it's amazing what it does for your hips and stuff. Like, and then especially with like seizures and you know, developmental issues and stuff. Like they're finding stuff. That's why Trump's organization just lowered the classification. It's still going to be federally illegal if you're DOT and for a lot of states, blah, blah, blah. Dude, I cannot wait till the day that they at least lower, like, whether it's just the edible version or some version of it to where I can go to 7-Eleven,
Yeah,
just like I'm buying beer. I have to show my ID to buy this
yeah,
right there, Michelob Ultra. And bam, okay, behind the counter, I want to give me a pack of the 50-50 bars, and it's 50% THC, 50% CBD. They're $20 a pack. Welcome to California. I don't care.
yeah.
Then I'll know, okay, it's legal.
Well, like they have those
You know?
Nowlinators, I think is what the like
Yeah.
the Starburst or whatever, and
Yeah.
those have
Yeah.
CBD or THC in them, and those have
Yeah.
been around for a while, and yet I can go into some of our gas stations here and find them. So
Yeah.
I'm sure they're
It's
coming.
weird how it's like on how some things will work through the cracks, you
Yeah.
know, like,
Well,
and there's always that gray area.
yeah, I have this rub-on stick. It's 2,000 milligrams of CBD, and
Nice,
when
dude.
I don't know if you can see it. I got this big ass scar
Oh
right
yeah,
here. It
this
goes all the way down
yeah.
to right about here. I had a tumor in my wrist from work. I got hurt, and nothing treated it. I was taking different
Jesus.
supplements for nerve blockers, different things for uh, just pain and swelling reducer. And then I got that stick. It was not cheap, mind you, but literally just
Mm,
swiping it on, it would take the swelling away, the pain would subside, and I could start moving these three fingers again. Uh, and yet that tumor was still in my ulnar nerve, crushing the fingers. I
yeah.
finally got the surgery. That's what that scar's from. They pulled the tumor out. It went from the size of like a pea to about the size of a 50-cent piece when they pulled it out.
God.
So it was crushed for about 4 years, and I finally have feeling in these fingers again. I still
Yeah.
burn myself because I can't feel heat in these fingers,
Okay.
but I still use that stick every once in a while because I mean, after a surgery, nothing's exactly the same, so it will lock up. So if I use that stick, it will take the swelling away, the pain goes away. And as a matter of fact, I might try it on my ankle later this evening.
You know what, dude? Later on, you know what you're gonna do is just go ahead and rub your whole body with that thing.
Yeah. Well, I had a body wash that was CBD and tea tree oil, and I tell you what, it
Damn, dude.
the tea tree oil was very strong, so it lit your body up, especially in sensitive areas like armpits growing in your face.
Uh-huh.
It'll light you up, but you mix it with the
Man.
CBD, it starts your body swelling starts to go down. Any areas like that,
Yeah.
it's honestly CBD is amazing. Uh, and truthfully, I don't know why we're not pushing it as a pharmaceutical. Maybe it's just the
It
fact that they can't tax it like they do with
I mean,
pharmaceuticals.
the thing is though, dude, like let me tell you something right now. They're basically taxing our oxygen.
Yeah,
I mean, at what point so you're gonna tell me they couldn't have like if you go to Palm Desert, if you go to Needles, Arizona, if you go to probably a lot of places, there's these massive, humongous warehouses that are grow ops.
yeah,
Legal. They're the state shows up. Okay, let me make sure everything's good. All right, here's your fucking letter grade, like a full blown, like it's a restaurant. And you're gonna like so not you, but I'm saying, and they're gonna see the thing is they're we can't tax it. We don't know how to justify it. We don't know how to separate CBD from THC. Well, that's all bullshit, dude.
yeah,
And on our level, if I go to the smoke shop over here, they have a whole CBD section, vape pens, dog treats, brownies, the whole bit, 0% THC, none.
yeah.
But
Well, they say
but the
zero,
thing
but it,
is,
it has something less than
it
0% is what it
yeah,
is.
because
It's
they'll still
like,
say makes you feel calm, and I'm thinking, well, wait a minute, how can it fucking if you know what I mean? But supposedly you won't fail a drug test if you've only done the CBD. But my thing is that's where I think the gray line will be
yeah,
because like if I'm a truck driver woo wee woo wee woo, like I'm going right, and I'm like, cool. I have 2 days off, and I'm back on for 14. I know I can't smoke weed. I would love to, but if I get pulled in, but now CBD, well, shit, I stopped at a 7-Eleven and I didn't even know. Well, wait a minute. If CBD had point whatever percent in
Yeah.
there and I get called in, well, they're what are they going to do? Because I'm not going to be the only case that happens to.
Yeah, I'm sure that
So then I
happens all the
lose my,
time.
and then that's where I think why it's until the entire thing can basically be like, hey, if I work for Walmart trucking, they say even though beer is legal, you can't drink and drive the truck. Even though marijuana is legal, we will not tolerate a positive test. Now they're working on tests to say, so if I smoked a bunch of weed on Sunday and I get drug tested on a Wednesday of say the following week, it wouldn't matter, right? I'm still dirty.
Yeah.
But now they can say, oh, well, look, he hasn't actually smoked weed in over 100 hours or 72 hours
Yeah.
or 48 hours. So they can determine, were you physically high on the job? And you're like, well, no, dude, it's in my system. But fuck, there's probably if you could test me for four bean soup, I'd fucking four bean
Yeah.
soup on Sunday too. It's in there too. Matter of fact,
Yeah.
there you go.
Well,
But see, it's so that's where we've always combated this because at one point I got fired, dude. I lost a job. We went from one company where my bosses were like, "Look, dude, even if they call you for a drug test, like we'll just whoop de woo, no big deal." All right, cool.
yeah.
They gave me the green light. Went to a new company. Well, even if they were going to be quote unquote cool with it, there was still the initial hiring process, and then being union, you were kind of strapped for. So yeah, I thought I had drank 4 gallons of water and 15 gallons of cranberry juice, and went in there, and I pretty much pissed a palm tree. And they said, "Dude, you're cooked."
Yeah.
I got called out of a safety meeting. In a safety meeting, through introduction to get hired back at some other company. We go to a break, and then one of the superintendents is like, "Hey, Tim, come here real quick." He goes, "Hey, we got a problem, bud." I'm like, "What's going on?" He goes, "Yeah, you pissed dirty." And I was like, "Fuck," because the contract changed unexpectedly. Edison just said, "Hey, whoop whoop."
Yeah.
So I was never expecting. I would have gave myself enough time. I don't do hard drugs. I don't do nothing else, dude. A little weed here and there, whatever. So then I'm like, all right. So then I have to go through this whole process, and I have to go to this program, and all of the money and everything that's spent around all of this for what? I never had an incident at work, never got anybody hurt, never had a safety violation, never was late. Never. I mean, I'm not the best employee in the world, but you would have never in a million years said, "All right, let me pick out of the room who here's kind of a pothead slacker." My name, you would. It's so. It was interesting to me that we're still in 2026 when my niece, who's in high school, tells me, "Uncle, you wouldn't believe the categories of vapes and things that are for sale at lunch
Yep.
at the high school." And I'm just like, it blows me away, dude, because I'm like, here we are, full grown ass fucking adults that are willing to pay all this tax money and pay all this shit. And you're going to bust me up because on my Saturday, Sunday, my free time, oh, I smoked a joint with my buddy on the golf course. Okay, boom, you're disqualified. You're no longer the fucking superintendent of a giant construction company that you've worked for 20 years and built a great reputation, never had an issue, but because you fucking bought a red couch on a Sunday,
Yeah.
you're fired. Like, come on, dude. So there's so many people that have gone through that, dude, that it's just like, I mean, what are we doing? And
Yeah.
then we're gonna, oh, but let's put someone on the moon. Can we figure it out here real quick? Like, can we make sure that everything here, so when we launch this supposed craft to the Mars, and the whole world can be holding hands and ooh, looking up to the sky. We're all so happy. This is all we had left to worry about. We've explored 80% of the ocean. We're good now. No, dude, it's all bullshit.
Yeah.
Distraction here, distraction there. All politicians are is a version of entertainment for people that don't watch entertainment.
Yeah.
because entertainment was invented for a distraction. Okay, if we can bring in a fiery ring and have a tiger jump through it and put 300 people in this arena, meanwhile we're going to war with fucking, England and blah 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 over here, there's that distraction kind of works. It starts to build this, and it multiplies. So what do we got to do in modern terms? Well, you have to have all these political debates and debates amongst people, dude. So many times I'm in a live TikTok and I'm talking to people, and it's like, why are white people this and that? And once you get in there and everybody kind of like can take the initial punches and everybody's guard comes down, we're only 15 minutes into it and we're not even talking about race or politics no more.
Yeah.
It's, oh yeah, dude, yeah, I believe that too, bro. The Great Wall of China, and like you're just on other topics because
You don't even
that's
care
what the
anymore.
mainstream media and everybody wants, bro. It's all bullshit. We're all normal people. We go on, do stuff like this, a podcast, hang out with your buddies, your family, whatever it is. You're never like, all right, guys, let's get together. We're gonna go fight the Mexicans. Like, what? But if you watch TV, that's all white people do is sit around and plan their next attack, or Mexicans are just ready to just take over and pillage the world, and blacks just like, what are we doing, dude? That's not even true, because if as soon as we're all in the same room together on a golf course, at the gym, at the DMV waiting in line, we're always all shooting the shit talking, bro. Always. It just blows my mind, guys. You know what I mean? It's just unfortunate that the world's focus have to be on those topics as opposed to just working on them. And like the less and less we pump them up, these supremacist groups and these hierarchies, they get dumbed down, dude. It's literally back to like four-pointed hats in the forest over there, like minimal gangbangers really doing anything. LA's actually pretty peaceful. Everybody's just kind of grilling and do it like it's just so much more than what it's made out to be. And I mean, that's not to dumb down any of the actual issues that are going on. There is psychopaths, there are racists, there are nutcases and bad people from other countries and a lot from this country. So I mean, that's a very, very touchy topic to get on. Mr. Tech has stepped out for a second, guys. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back. Have you heard of the military? The
Yeah.
military is 40 years. Why when I was old enough to comprehend anything were my parents saying, well, the military is 40 years in advance? And I get it because they work for General Dynamics or whatever, but there's another one of those dinosaur theories. I think they're hundreds of years in advance. I
Yeah.
think that like countries like China and Russia and places like that are also very, very, very advanced. So I think it's these distraction companies, I guess, because there are countries like Iran and these other ones that it really, dude. Because if you look at some of the shit that all of a sudden we're able to do, I mean, come on, dude. Okay, I'm 40 and we're right here in automobiles and this and that, but in the last 40 years, look at that whole CERN thing that we're looking at, the way that they built that, the way these guys are. Oh yeah, I work in the engine manufacturing plant for SpaceX, like we were saying, and they're building these engines, and I'm just like, dude, why are brand new Dodge trucks stuck in a dealership because they can't get the transmissions figured out? And that bullshit.
Well, and
Bullshit.
they're changing everything to computer controlled stuff too. So
Yeah, well,
the
I got another.
transmission slipped because your computer died. You're misfiring because your computer's not telling it to do it right. The safety feature got wet, so it doesn't
Yeah,
allow the engine to fire correctly. The O2 sensor on the left brake pad says it's too dirty, so it doesn't work. It's ridiculous.
you're 100% correct. The newest thing that I'm seeing right now, a guy comes on and he goes, "Look, guys, I have this brand new truck, state of the art truck. It's like an F-250 or 350, whatever it is, right? The new shit, $100,000 truck." He
Yep.
goes, I'm out here, we're logging, whatever. He goes, let me show you what happens in this brand new truck. He goes, let's just say I had an incident with the chainsaw on the job site right now. Tommy cut his leg real bad. I throw his ass in the back seat. I jump in the driver's seat. I go to start the vehicle, and he goes, watch, I'm going to show you. And he's showing you. He gets in a panic state and tries to start it. A sensor, it scans basically your demeanor,
Yeah.
and it will not start the vehicle. It says pilot or whatever must
Yeah.
calm
Pilot error.
down.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then it's literally telling you you need to calm down before we'll even let you start. So we're not going to let you take off in a road rage. So then they're saying that by 2028 or something like that, the new standard, not that it'll be required, but what you'll see is that exactly. And
Yeah.
it
That
monitors
shutdown.
the passenger and driver will be monitored through like a camera inside that will tell the computer of the car, like, hey, they're starting to argue. So it'll start to do like more of an autonomous control where like the wheel will stiffen, and like, dude, what are we doing, bro?
Yeah. And honestly, all that stuff got Ford had it basically copywritten back in 2021. That's
Yeah.
all real stuff, and they're pushing to have it done in all Ford vehicles, to where even the government could shut down your car for any reason that they deem fit, which is against the Constitution. And they're trying to have that pushed by 2028 or 2030, where they could just be like, "Yeah, sorry, your blood pressure's elevated, so you're not allowed to drive.
Right.
We see you as unfit." I mean, I could
Yep.
understand if you're like a criminal trying to run away from the law or something like that, and then they want to shut down your vehicle safely, so you're not going to crash into someone. Pit maneuver works, but if you're in a crowded area, it ain't going to work. It's going to end up
Yeah,
killing somebody else.
it's debatable on how good the pit maneuver works.
Yeah, that's why I said it can work, because it's going to spin the car out. But
Yeah.
if they could safely shut down a vehicle, I think that's what they're thinking about. But I don't see it being perfect. That's for damn sure.
I mean, because you got to think. So that means if you're holding onto the steering wheel probably is taking, like when you're at the gym and you have your hands on the thing and it's taking your heart rate,
Yeah,
which it'll say, oh, okay, your heart rate's up to 160. You're burning this many calories per minute. So then the steering wheel is going to tell the car, yeah, just go ahead and fucking hook a right and pull over. This dude's fucking pissed, bro. Well, that'd be me every fucking day. They couldn't
yeah,
even give me a company car newer than like a 2006, or I'd set shit off. Like, you know what I'm saying? So now you're gonna give me $100,000 vehicle, and it's gonna tell me what to do?
yeah. Well, and then
No.
like people that are atypical like myself, my basic body temperature is 100 degrees. My heart
Yeah.
rate at rest is over 100 reps per minute. So it's like every time I get in the car, it's going to say, "Well, no, you're
Yep.
stressed. You're not going to be able to drive." That's bullshit, because atypical people, there's more atypical people out there than you think. So what are they
Yeah.
saying? Just don't buy a new car? I mean,
Yes.
look, that's why I bought a Humvee. I didn't want to buy some new vehicle. I want something rugged, something tough. I mean,
Yeah.
yes, I got a Nissan that's newer, but I ain't getting anything newer than 2018, because that's just what I like. That's
Yeah.
pre-COVID. That's before the chips were all screwed up and everything like that. Because that's just what happened during COVID. All the chips were getting screwed up. The
Well,
manufacturers couldn't do them right.
well, Korea was ones making them originally, right? I think, I don't know, but some,
Taiwan,
or
I think.
yeah, or Taiwan, and then Korea took over, and yeah, they really went down. I mean, the thing is, it, but why are cars and stuff like that so expensive then, when it's such a niche? It basically, you're driving an appliance.
Yeah. I mean,
It's a
when we were born, cars brand new off the lot were 3 grand, and they
Yes,
have all the same safety features they have today, but now they're $30,000 for the bottom tier car, starting price 30 grand, and the only plus side is they might have lane assist, and that's not driving the
big
car.
fucking deal,
That's just keeping you in the lines, man. That's nothing. That's not safety.
man, dude.
Yeah, but before I got cut off by my network, we were talking about THC and CBD and job stuff.
Oh, good topic.
So
Here, hold on. Oh, go ahead.
THC, honestly, if the federal would release it, I don't think they could bust us for drug stuff unless it's active in like commercial drivers or like heavy equipment operators. I think that would be the
Airplane
only,
pilots.
yeah, stuff like that. But since the federal regulate it so much, that completely is the reason why they just like, nope, it shows up in your blood screen. There it is. You're not allowed to have it. So,
Yeah.
like, you have THC that comes in a wax form. That's pure THC, zero CBD. So, that kind of THC actually stays in your bloodstream a much longer time than
Yeah.
anything that has CBD in it. CBD is a natural,
Antioxidant,
it's like
anti-inflammatory.
something like that. It actually pulls THC out of your bloodstream. That's what CBD does. It's both grown on the same plant. Like if you take a bud off the plant and you smoke it, it has both THC and CBD in it. So what is it doing? It's both giving you the high, but it's also giving you the antidote to the high. So
Nice.
it's going to pull it out of your system faster. So if there's like a way you could smoke pure CBD, I bet it would probably pull the THC right out of your system before you have to go do a P test.
I mean, for you, let's say out where you're at. Let's just say one day you wake up and you say, "You know what? I don't care. I'm gonna just I want to smoke weed." Like, what does that process look like for someone living in your area? I mean, is it legal? Is it? I mean, what's?
I mean, up until 30 years ago, this was a dry county. They didn't even sell
Oh,
alcohol here.
oh, interesting.
But
Okay.
there are certain counties where it's legal. There's certain counties that aren't. Um, but it's like I said, I could still go down to the gas station and get the pins, the THC pins.
Yeah. Right.
So they have them. It's sort of kind of legal here, but you're not supposed to be operating a vehicle or anything like that.
Sure. Sure. Sure.
It's still driving under the influence is how they do it.
Oh, and it is here too as well. They have this thing now where like because to believe it or not, dude, drinking has really kind of tanked. I mean, they've
Yeah,
done the latest craze over the last 5 years is like the seltzer era. And then now the newest thing is like you can get a cactus cooler hard. You can get a Arizona
dude,
iced
that
tea
sounds so
hard.
freaking good.
Oh, they're amazing. And see, and there's another thing that I want to bitch about. This isn't even about extraterrestrials tonight, guys. I hope you're enjoying it. We're fucking pissed off. Because look, you're gonna take away. I can't have mint, Zin.
Yeah,
I can't have Swisher Sweet Grape. I can't have Black and Mile Honey. But I can have every single type of sugary. And not only this. Oh look, we know that the '90s kids all had Cactus Cooler and Arizona Iced Tea and Hawaiian Punch. And now what do? Let's release all those in hard. So now you're getting them at like 6% alcohol. It's
yeah,
just as sugary as when mama made it. And it's like, dude, what are you doing? So you drink 3 or 4 of those. Yeah, you're lit. But the next day, you have like 40 jackhammers going off in your head. You gain 40 pounds. I mean, the ones that killed me the worst, I went to the river. I think it was last year, early last year at one point. Um, my Carrie's fiance Ricky's son, okay, Richard, he was drinking the God, I always what's the tea that everybody's drinking? It's
the
the
twisted tea.
twisted tea. God, thank you, dude. I blacked out on a different podcast that sometime with it. Now they released the lighter version of it because literally, bro, one can was like 40 some grams of sugar like a Coca-Cola
Yeah,
and then like another 40 grams of carbs. So if you were on like a carb friendly diet and you're only supposed to maybe max out in 24 hours, let's just say if you're like super strict, you're at like 10 to 15 carbs and you sit and have a 6 pack of those, you can't eat for like 6 months.
yeah. Well, and one of the biggest issues with alcohol too, the way it enters your bloodstream, your body sees it as sugar. It acts as sugar too. So literally, people that have diabetes and stuff, they're not supposed to have alcohol because it literally
Yes.
turns to sugar in their body, which is toxic to people that have diabetes. So
100% agree with that.
it's difficult with that. But I mean,
I mean,
those nine, what are they, 5 balls, what are they, 10
buzz
balls?
balls.
I mean, those have 13.6%
Have
alcohol.
you
And
tried the buzz ball?
I've had the chocolate one. I just wanted to,
Ooh,
yeah,
nice
it's,
play.
yeah. It's basically tastes just like a Yahoo, but
Oh,
with
so
like
is it
vodka
like,
in it.
yeah, I was gonna say, so it must be because vodka doesn't really add. Well, I don't know. I don't drink a lot, but I don't really get into the hard shit. Like I'll do a shot of whiskey or whatever, but the vodka's kind of like a sleeper, huh? Isn't that the
Yeah.
alcoholic's choice, huh? Because I don't even
Yeah,
think you
it,
could
it
smell
has
it.
very little smell. It has very
Yeah.
little taste, but it has a burn to it. I mean, out here, mostly what you see out here is moonshine.
Oh yeah.
That
Ooh.
shit's like 90% alcohol. It's not 90 proof, 90%.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy, and you definitely smell it. You definitely know it's hitting you as soon as you taste it. But
Dude, tell me about some of the local moonshine you've maybe tried. Because I know you guys aren't like heavy drinkers. So those of you listening, they're not like in Kentucky just getting fucking railed. That's not their gig. But
we've
every
been to
once
some
in and
breweries.
out, I was gonna say you guys do your thing though. And one thing I will say about my cousin Aaron, if you don't mind, I say this. I don't know whether he drank for a day or for 30 years. Dude can fucking drink. I don't know.
Uh,
Remember that time we were up there at Oak Hills at Nana's and I don't know, we had a bottle of Jack or something and it was just like,
yeah, just drank the whole thing.
and I'm like, dude, so you drink quite often? Actually, no, not at all.
Yeah,
And it was awesome, dude. So no, I appreciate that. So I can imagine if you got some moonshine, you're gonna say, well, hell, I want something with some flavor because they
yeah.
be doing some crazy flavors, dude.
Dude, there's an orange cream one here that is absolutely amazing. It tastes like a 50-50 bar. You blend it up and just put moonshine in it. It's still 60% alcohol, but the flavor
Damn.
is so good you don't even know there's alcohol in it. It is like
Oh,
it's
see
like eating
that's
orange sherbet ice cream with vanilla. It's just
what.
so damn
So, at
good.
what point of the brewing process do you think that, or the stilling, or what's the
It's
proper whatever
for
brewing?
moonshine as a steel. Yeah.
Thank you. I don't want to get. I don't want people blowing the This guy doesn't know shit about aliens. He don't know shit about geology. He don't know shit about math. He don't know shit about alcohol. Yeah, it's true. But no, but honestly, I was watching Moonshiners, remember Tickle and all them guys and stuff.
Yeah.
You can still go on YouTube. It's on the History Channel. It's phenomenal. But I'm thinking, all right, they got their hops and their Bailey and their this and their garlic and their palm tree branches and all that. Like, when do you make it? Oh, I want it to be butterscotch or blueberry. So is that in the initial
It
boil?
depends. It depends on, well, it's sugar. They have to put sugar and yeast
Sugar,
in
yeah.
the still.
Mm.
So, like if butterscotch is a sugar flavor or a sugar additive, you can make butterscotch candies
Ah,
directly into your liquor. Believe it or not, this
damn,
house
dude.
before my brother bought it had one of the biggest stills in the area, and there's still gallons of moonshine buried somewhere out here from the guy that used
Okay.
to make it here. And the still was here when they bought it, but it was missing some parts, so it's not
Sure, of
able to be
course.
used.
Yeah.
But I guess at one time
That's
they used to make
unbelievable.
gallons and gallons of moonshine here every single year.
Okay, I don't know what a low end GPR unit's going for, but I'm getting one and I'm bringing it out to your property. Could you
Yeah,
imagine if we could, like, basically we'll attach it to, say, like the riding mower and we'll just go real slow. So one day when you're mowing and we'll just scan the whole, and imagine we're just seeing pockets of these mason jars.
yeah, that's
Cha-ching,
basically.
cha-ching, cha-ching.
So you know what a milk crate is, right? The
Yes,
big
sir.
plastic things. So my brother's wife's grandmother, that's a mouthful, say that.
Damn, I'm all.
She lives in a she's got a huge acreage. She does vegetables every single year on her acreage. But
Ooh.
at the end of the acreage behind it is all forestry. And then what they call out here a holler, so it goes down into like almost like a canyon into a creek,
Uh-huh.
and she has like a house built on the top right next to the field. So she said she found one of those milk crates out there, and she went down to it, and it was filled with the mason jars. And she said the label that was on it and the date that was on it was back when this house was making that moonshine. So she's like, it's the moonshine from the still that was on this property.
Them dudes were saying that they literally bury moonshine, like how, like, all right, let's say Bonnie and Clyde's a good example because I think all the viewers know Bonnie and Clyde. Say burying cash kind of thing, like a
Yeah,
squirrel. They hide their nuts kind of deal. It's not like a bear who they just eat everything in sight and then go sleep, like me at breakfast. Um, but then you sleep. If I go to breakfast, dude, I swear I sleep the rest of the day. It's over. But with these moonshiner dudes, and what's so crazy about it is, do you think it's because A, that shit ain't going bad?
yeah,
And it's like, B, all right, if I make a real, like, they might not bury all their batches, but they get that once in a while batch where it's like they're kind of looking at each other and it's like, you're just drinking like jet fuel. You don't even feel like it's so, you just feel like you're just drinking air, like Peter Pan effect. But
yeah.
they're burying some batches of that. I mean, they get caught, they get locked up, whatever the case is, they know to come back. Could you imagine if one day you guys are just hanging out, having a barbecue, Sunday after church,
They call
everything's
it
good?
grilling out here, man. They don't call it barbecue. They say
It is.
barbecue is a sauce. They call it grilling. I'm like, what in the hell? Whoever
Hey, I
told you
like
that?
that. You know what though? I might have to agree with that. I wanna have a little authority on that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Too many people are like, yeah, dude, I grilled last night. Oh yeah, dude, what are you running? Yeah, dude, my air fryer. And I'm like, oh fuck.
yeah.
No, but
Go.
definitely. So imagine. So then all of a sudden you guys are hanging out and shit, and then you look out and you kind of hear, like, how when the rubber tires hit the gravel, you just hear that, and you
Yeah,
look, headlights or not, you're like, oh, someone's here. So obviously one of the four of you guys have got night vision ready. Boom, yep, someone
yeah.
approaches. Hey,
We have
and it's
thermal
just,
cameras, night vision, and rifles already out and ready.
dude, it's a 70-year-old man with the fucking piece of paper and a shovel, and he goes, I only need 20 minutes and I'll be out of your hair. Next thing you know, he come back and he's got himself like 4 or 5 crates full of the best shine, because I guarantee you there's moonshine buried on that property.
Yeah. And honestly, if he were to do that, we'd be like, let's go with you. You just got to share.
Oh, he'd
Honestly,
be all
that's,
over it. Yeah,
yeah,
because then you just grab the tractor and say, all right, where is it?
yeah.
you know, man, that's
But,
so cool.
and like I said, it was a dry county out here forever since the 1890s or something like that, or 1903. It was some weird
Right.
number. And then it
Prohibition,
was,
man.
yeah. So they just literally dry county. So everyone had to make their own stuff. Well, now it's becoming legal to actually make your own liquor again. So it's kind of nice to be
Oh.
able to, because all these microbreweries and stuff started popping
Yes.
up, and then they were getting yelled at by the ATF. Well, they're
Oh.
talking about re-releasing. Hey, it's your own stuff as long as you're not profiteering off of it. You can start making it again. So it sounds like
I
it's
like
going
that.
back to the good days.
Yeah, you know why? Because you guys have a lot of land. So, I mean, it kind of opens opportunities. So, if it's hard to find work, like you say it is, right? I mean, even
Yeah,
though there's opportunity is in what you can make of where you're at. I mean, people will say, "Oh, dude, you're in Southern California. You should be able to sell fucking." No, you can't,
yeah,
because everybody's already selling all of that.
yeah.
The same guy that changes my tire, I can guarantee you right now, I could do a YouTube channel where I'm going to go around and just talk to people, and I'm going to go to my tire guy and I'm going to say, "Hey, carnal, ven acá. I got a question for you. I need a guy that can do paint and body." Boom. Yep.
It's like,
I could ask that motherfucker any. I want to rent a fucking margarita machine for my daughter's birthday, all the way to, hey, dude, I need somebody that can go to Arizona and paint a house for me. Oh, yeah, don't even trip. I got you.
yeah,
I mean, and so in California, oh, Tim, why don't you start a business where you work on trailers and do welding? Okay, why don't I go sell ice cream and corn or paint houses or become a plumber? Oh, wait, let me look down this side of my neighborhood. That guy does AC, that guy does windows, that guy's a plumber, he's an electrician, he works for the city. This is one neighborhood, dude.
Yeah.
So it's yeah, opportunities are definitely there. But do you want to be the next Michael Phelps and just start off at your local gym swimming laps and hope you get noticed?
Yeah.
Ha!
Well,
Yeah,
it's so saturated. Those professions are so saturated in your area.
yes.
Everybody and their mother has a business that's doing that. So
Yeah,
it
so
becomes
over
very
there where
difficult.
you're at, if they can tell you, hey, look, vice versa, so the opposite side is look, you guys have land, you guys have community amongst your family, your closest neighbors, even if they're like 5 acres away, whatever it might be, you know them, maybe whatever. So if you can make money off of where you're at, do it.
Yeah.
And a perfect example is Danielle doing her stand. Like, dude, that's like the coolest thing ever. And I mean, it's not some new invention. Oh my God, no one's ever thought of that. No, you know what it is? It's initiative, it's good product, and it's in an area where you know what? It'll sell, dude, because
Yeah.
if now she's probably gonna see in her area little kind of wannabe jump up stands, and they'll get hot for a minute, but they're not gonna have the dedication. I mean, you guys backing her up as far as Craftsman, Kyle, and everything can build pretty much anything. If we gotta bump the stand up to a full blown middle mini mart, we'll do it.
Yeah. And we've already talked about that
You
because
know
it's
exactly,
already exploding. Like,
dude. It's crazy. I go on Facebook and that's all I see. I'm like, hell yeah,
yeah.
dude.
So she did some TikTok videos because I showed her a lady out here that does cheesecake. And she
Okay.
makes these videos of making these cheesecakes. She went through a hard time in her life and she was super depressed, so she started making cheesecakes. This lady now sells out within a day. She makes
Oh, I love it.
millions of these cheesecakes and she sells out in a day. And she only takes orders on like Monday morning, and by Thursday I think she opens her stand or her storefront, and Thursday afternoon completely sold out. By
She
afternoon,
She
like
put
12 o'clock.
love. She put love into those cakes, man. That's why they
Yeah.
sell because they're good, dude.
So Danny's starting to do a couple of these videos on like TikTok and Facebook and stuff of making this stuff, and literally those pretzels were literally sold out before 11 o'clock. She made over 50 of those pretzels
Damn,
and sold out over before 11 o'clock. So
isn't
it's
that
just
awesome?
yeah, it's amazing. I mean, she's able to actually turn around and do something she really likes to do. She loves cooking. She loves baking. Almost everything she makes is homemade. I mean, once in a while we'd be like, "Hey, I
Man,
want
that's
this
so
from a
awesome.
box because I like box cakes sometimes." And
No,
she said,
whatever.
I don't even like that. I don't want to." I'm like, "But that's
Yeah.
what I like." So she'll do it. But when
Mhm.
she's making it, it's all from scratch. It's all she has like 200 pounds of flour in that house right now. And on
Damn,
sugar, she's got these two giant crates you'd think would be filled with dog food. No, it's sugar. So it's just like
that's
all this
awesome.
stuff she's getting from either the Amish store or local, like she's selling raw honey right now from a local beehive. So she's able to get that and then turn around, she jars it, labels it herself, and then is able to sell it. And like
Dude.
honey lasts forever, so these people are just buying it up because it also helps with allergies. If
Yeah.
you're not allergic to honey, very few people are.
Right.
Uh, like if you get local grown honey, it'll actually help with your allergies because the honey is made from local grown trees and plants.
Yeah.
So, well, I shouldn't say grown. The bees take the pollen from those and then make honey out of it. So
Well,
your
no,
body,
yeah,
yeah,
exactly.
your body gets the immunities from the honey to those pollens. So that's something that's been around for hundreds of years for people doing that. And so that's what they're doing. They're coming to her stand and getting that stuff. It's honestly, it's amazing the things she's doing.
I
Eh,
think it's probably gonna blow. I think I wouldn't be surprised if that kind of turns into something like really, really big. I
Yeah.
mean,
I
really
guess
though.
I guess they had a guy from another state literally pull up, knock on the door, and say, "Hey, do you have any more of these? I just drove 4 hours to get here." and
Because
that was
if you get that, you got to understand something. Let me tell you something right off the gate. People that don't understand, they're thinking, dude, no, wait, let me tell you why. She lives there in Kentucky, doing her thing, raising a family. Nothing out of the, there's no catch. There's no catch. So if it's homemade at a country stand on a country road and it's really good, it's the real deal. And in this country, believe it or not, that is fucking really hard to find.
yeah,
So
especially here in
I'm
Kentucky.
just
There's
gonna put it
not
like
much
that.
good food. I hate to say it.
Dude, I
There's not a
get
lot
it.
of good stuff.
We talked
Uh,
about the seasoning is literally just a
yeah,
little salt, dude.
and it's not even enough salt to actually taste. It's just not that great.
I
So when
get
you
it.
have someone out here that actually is putting the love and care into food,
Ooh.
that's actually lived in other states, they're like,
And
"Oh
knows.
hell yeah!"
Yes, yes. See?
That's that. I could see the salt on those pretzels. I know there's salt on that, or the garlic bread she was making, or onion breads, or these loaves of bread she makes. These people are
Yeah,
coming over because it's homemade, natural cooking recipes for bread. They could see it. They could say, okay, well, I have alpha gal. I can have butter or milk or anything like that. Well, guess what? She's
yeah,
also making egg, complete natural bread that doesn't use any of that stuff too. So she has basically gluten-free stuff out there. People that have allergy issues, she has stuff out there for, and people are just
I
swarming to it.
love that. I love
And,
that.
and then, like in California, you have people on the corners every once in a while with fruit stands. I mean, you
Yeah.
don't. You,
Jesus. Yeah.
well, and
Yeah,
then
exactly.
out here we have like an honor system. There's a cash box out there that has cash in it, and it's like, okay, you put your money in for what you're buying, write down in the book what you're buying, and we're trusting you not to steal anything. Yeah, there's cameras. We can see everyone that's there, but it's all honor system. These people are okay, here's a $50 bill, and I'm taking $50 in stuff. So it's just like
Mhm.
these people out here are pretty crazy as to
That's
out
that
there
that
they'd be
alone.
yeah, it would have been tagged, it would
Yeah.
have been kicked to the ground, caught on fire by now, and the
Well,
money
no,
would have
you
been
know what they
stolen.
did? It's already you know what they so now so perfect. If I go to the LA County Fair, which is coming up, everything is cashless. So see, you have to have card or tap to pay, Apple Pay. There's no cash no more, dude. When
Yeah,
you're out here, you if you go somewhere and you have anything over like a okay, 20 is pushing it. If I have a 50, I'm cooked.
yeah.
7-Eleven makes millions of dollars a day. The one right here, the line is out the door. People get home every single day and all they do is go and drink. Okay, great. So if I go in there and I want 2 taquitos and a Gatorade, so okay, cool. My total is only going to be like $8, which is
Yeah.
still outrageous, by the way. That's fucking out. Then here's $100 bill. Oh my god, dude! The fucking sirens go off. There's like 3 people that have to come from the back,
You
and I'm
can
just
break
like,
that. Yeah.
yeah, I don't know about a big problem. I don't know. And I'm like, what do you don't? I said, I just need, and I know. And they said, no, you only come here to get change. And I'm like, what do you mean?
Yeah.
This is my money. This is what I want to buy. You don't have a sign anywhere that says nothing over a 20, like Jack in the Box, Jack in the Box, nothing over a 20. And I'm like, fuck, dude.
Yeah,
Like,
the ones out
okay.
here, the most everything takes cash here. They prefer cash. And
See,
they'll
opposite.
they'll have signs up and it's like after 8 o'clock, nothing over 20.
Yeah.
Because well, if they're even open at 8 o'clock. Most of these places close at 8. But they'll have a sign saying you can't have any bills larger than a 20 after this time because there's not
Yeah.
either a manager on duty, they could break it or what have you. They just want cash. They don't want the annoyance of paying with credit cards all the time and all those
I
fees because they get charged fees every time too.
yes,
So
yes.
you're using a credit card, debit card, what have you, and but they're getting charged 34 cents for every transaction. So they're not. I got something better than that right here.
Whoa, whoa, what the hell? Yeah, no, I agree 100% with you though. Yeah, but see over here, it's like, okay, fast pace, electronic, boom, 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 money. Because if I'm somebody, if you're going to write me a check, uh, we're out.
Yeah,
Like that doesn't even exist anymore.
yeah.
And
I mean,
sometimes I'll be at
grocery
the
stores.
grocery. They are like, oh fuck! If an old lady pulls out a checkbook, everybody in the line goes fuck,
Yeah.
and they all just get on their phone and watch reels of fucking alligators eating golfers. Like it's just nut. You know what I mean? Like crazy, dude. Crazy, bro.
Yeah.
So
Well, I mean, you got to think checks for the original debit card. It was either cash or checks for the longest time. And then to make that process more controllable, they did the debit card thing. Not
yeah,
only is it controllable by the bank, but now the government can literally see every single thing you buy. Well, they're trying to get rid of cash. Now, how am I going to pay Timmy, little Timmy coming over here to cut the grass? Am I going to Venmo him? No, I'm going to hand him a
right.
$10 bill or something like that. I'm not
Yeah,
going to pay him $10 to cut 6 acres. It'd probably be close to like 100, but still, you understand what I'm saying? If
yeah.
they
No,
if they
definitely, bro.
if everything's digital, they could track everything, and that's kind of why I like the idea of uh, like Bitcoin and stuff, because yes, you could see what you're spending on if you dive deep enough, but it's also not controlled by the government at that point. I mean, during COVID, they were yelling at people for buying firearms, and
Yeah.
Visa signed a contract saying that they'll uh, basically any person that buys a firearm or ammo, they were going to give that information over to the government. So it's like, why are we
Mhm.
doing that? The Constitution actually is built to say they don't need to know what I'm buying, and yet all this stuff is being rewritten without rewriting it. It's
Yeah, and
basically,
they're
I'm allowed to break the law, but you're not allowed to type situation.
they want to get to the point where basically they can determine, like, if you go into a liquor store and you're going to buy a bottle of Jack Daniels, your card will be declined, and not because you don't have the money, but because it'll say like, we just didn't feel that like fit your budget. Or so
Yeah.
they'll monitor your bills and it'll say like, okay, fuck, he still owes $100 to his Visa card. He's 30 days away or out. He's past due. We're not going to let him buy non-essential items. So there'll be like a digital essential item list.
Yeah.
And as soon as you go out of that, they got you. So like, don't even try to buy a bag of Doritos and like you're cooked, dude. If
Yeah.
it's not toilet paper or you know what I mean. So it's like, wow.
Soon it'll be like, oh, you're overweight. You can't buy the chips. Those fudge
Yes,
rounds, nope, not for you. You got to lose 20 pounds or burn 5,000 calories today in order to purchase. And
correct.
we're monitoring you through your watches and
We're
all
lab
the,
rats, basically. We get little
yeah,
treats.
yeah, that we pay
Yeah,
for. It's not like it's free
yeah.
treats. We got to pay for the treats too.
Hello.
Yeah. And then they tax us
I mean,
60% on top of it. Because,
Jesus, Mary, and Joseph.
yeah, all of the above. Sweet baby
I mean,
Jesus.
I'm over here trying to even look, and even Chat GBT Grunk. They all said, yeah, we don't know what's wrong with you guys.
Yeah. So if you
Um.
think about it, I'm like, every dollar you're making when you go to, let's say you work at Amazon.
Okay.
Amazon pays you starting pays what, 16 an hour, 18 an hour, whatever it is now. Amazon has to pay like 20% taxes for every dollar or every hour that they're paying you. And then you pay that same 40% tax on top of that. So they're
Yeah.
double dipping there. And then when you go to the store to buy something, you're paying taxes again on that. And then, oh, wait, I got to get gas in my car. Now there's an extra tax on top of the extra tax that's on every gallon of gas. So it's
Yeah.
like, how many taxes do you need from me in order to survive? You don't need everybody's millions of dollars in
It
taxes.
it it's never made sense to me. And then yeah, all the individuals, this and this, and then another thing, I don't know if we talked about it in episode 1, 2, or today. If you're gonna tell me what the price of something is, did we already talk about that? So if it's
No,
gonna
haven't.
be so if something is $9.99 at Walmart, don't say it's nine. Give me the $10.73. I
Yeah.
want to know if I've got enough coins in my pocket, enough, dollars crinkled up my ass to where if right here, I can buy this. I don't want to say, and it's not that I can't do math, but I mean, like, shit'll be, oh, a pack of pencils is $1.37.99.
Yeah.
And you're like, dude, what are we doing? You're not making me feel better by showing me the smaller number. Just let me know. So if I'm walking through a grocery store and I only have a fucking $100 budget, and maybe I'm a dumbass and I don't want to have to use my brain while I grocery shop other than get what I need, I can pull out my little calculator or my cell phone and I can say, okay, 1079 plus 597. I mean, and there, that's it.
Yeah.
If it says 103.88 and I cash out and it's 103.84, bam, bitch, just clock that motherfucker.
Yeah.
Because that's the part that I don't understand. It's all these mind games, dude. It's just like credit cards and minimum payments and, oh, well, we won't really shut your water off if you pay $60 even though you owe 120, but if you don't pay anything, we'll shut it off. I'm like, so wait, what does a half payment have to do with anything? Well, it's just showing that, like, and no, 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 no. Break it back down to $60 a month
Yeah.
and not 120. Don't get 2 years per year, dick. Like, what do we do? And that's why everything's so expensive, is because there's no way to regulate it.
Yeah.
Oh, the
Eh,
PUC and the government, no bullshit. They do the same thing, dog. I'm tired of it, Aaron.
So most countries, the number that's on the price tag is the number you pay at the register. The reason they don't do it here in America, our country's so effing big. All our counties have a different tax bracket. Here it's 6.25 cents per dollar for taxes. There it's what, 80 cents per dollar in taxes,
Yeah, pretty
basically
much. Yeah.
80%. So literally, that's the reason why they just leave it at, okay, that's what it costs to put it on the shelf. You got to buy it plus tax. I think they need to get rid of it because it's kind of bullcrap. Everything's digital anymore. You go to Walmart, all their price tags are all digital. Why aren't
Yeah,
we
I
showing
mean,
that?
instantly can update it, and it's like, I don't know, dude. See, and that's what happens. So, like, if something's $9.99, right? Okay, well, let's say there was a tax adjustment up or down a cent, 2 cents, whatever's going on. Never know. Well, so when you check out as a customer, you're not really looking at the 2 cents, 3 cents up because they're getting rid of the penny anyway. But in the long run, times millions and billions and trillions of
$1
customers,
million.
that's a lot of fucking money, dude.
Yeah.
So and my thing is I don't care if I go all the way to where you are and the tax bracket is 6%, or I mean whatever tax percentage on consumer goods, it still wouldn't matter. You could tell me, okay, it's 879 out the door, and if I fly to California, it's 1305 out the door. Well,
Yeah.
I don't need to know about taxes and all that. I'm already getting banged. You're already gonna take it. I already have to pay my own. Like, leave me alone about it, you
Well, and then
know?
you have places like Oregon, and I think there's two other counties that do this. They don't have any purchase tax. So you can
Yeah.
go buy a car in Oregon and there's zero tax on buying the car. As to where California, you're paying for every dollar that's that tax
Oh.
bracket, 17% or whatever it is. Here it's
Yeah.
6 cents on the dollar. So every $1,000, that's $60 or yeah,
Yeah,
that you're paying in
exactly.
taxes. So I mean it's
Exactly.
kind of crap. But other countries, their taxes are in the number. So, okay, I want this top ramen for 57 cents. Guess what? It's 57 cents at the register.
Right.
It's not going to change because some weird
That's how
magic
it is in
tax bracket.
Mexico.
Yeah. So, all
If they
these
tell
other
you, oh, it's
countries,
500 pesos, you get to the thing. Okay, how much is it now? It's 500
500
pesos. I mean,
pesos. Yeah.
I mean,
Dude,
how easy is that, dude?
and it's literally because every county has a different tax bracket. I mean, San Bernardino has a different county than Ontario, and LA, and every single one has a different tax bracket. Well, what happens if they're all the same? They would have to change the numbers. So
Uh-huh.
why don't we just make every single item at 5% and say, okay, that's good enough because we already got taxed twice before we even got that dollar in the first place.
Right.
And then California keeps voting for more taxes on everything. Was it 80 cents per
Even
gallon
because even
in
when we
gas?
don't, even when we vote against it, oh, miraculously, oh,
It
chemtrails
passed.
hit.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm dude. Oh my god, I hate to tell you where I'm going to move, but I might be moving there real soon. So,
It's good stuff, man. I don't know where you're going, but yeah. Dude, I used to go down to Mexico and buy a gallon of vanilla. About every 6 months, I'd go
oh,
to
you
Mexico
bet.
and buy a gallon of vanilla. I'd spend $20 there. You know how much
Mhm.
vanilla is in the States? Especially for a
Outrageous.
gallon of real natural vanilla. This shit's expensive. But I can go spend 20 to $40 in Mexico.
I have gone to a place that's what they do, and I tell you what, I'm not a big like, oh, let me sit and sip on this. But I got to try some of their stuff that they used, and obviously it was as good as you'd imagine. And dude, it was so cheap. And I didn't understand that because see, I don't bake and I don't use vanilla here in the States. Well, when I went on my honeymoon back in 2018, Cabo San Lucas, I didn't understand why all the gift shops had a literal fucking thing of vanilla.
Yeah,
Like there's tequila, there's whatever, and she goes, well, yeah, I don't know, it's just because it's like way more expensive in the US and it's really good down here. And I'm thinking, okay, well, then later when I got back, I don't know where I was, dude. I was like at a Trader Joe's or some bullshit, and this little tiny next to your avocado oil and your specialty, dude. And yeah, you're right, it's like $7.99, $8 for this little tiny
3 ounce
bottle.
jar. Yeah,
I'm like, holy shit, this is more expensive than A1 sauce. And A1 sauce, you get a 4 ounce bottle, it's like $13.
yeah. Yeah, it's ridiculous. Honestly, vanilla beans I think grow in Mexico. It
Must
might be
be
the reason why it's cheaper,
because
but
it's
it's
everywhere.
and they'll use whatever liquor they need to actually make it because it's just vanilla beans that are split open and then they kind of crush the bean and then it's usually in a 90 proof alcohol. They'll just
Mhm.
let it soak for a year. So if you're in, let's say, casks, so wood barrels that already had the aged vanilla in it, you could literally do it in 6 months instead of a year because it already
Yeah.
has the aged fermented vanilla in it
So
already
it's just
kicking off. So it just goes faster and faster every time you do it.
right.
But again, here, that's another thing that Danny makes is homemade vanilla here. She'll order the beans. The beans are expensive as hell to get here, but she'll make it herself and she'll get a gallon of it and it comes to like $24 to make it herself or something like that or
Yeah.
30
Wow.
$34 to make it herself.
Uh-huh.
That's including buying your own liquor, that's buying the vanilla bean and having it sent to you because they don't sell vanilla beans in the
So
store.
I mean, you got to think by the time you material, labor, final product, the jar, the whole bit, and out to the stand, you better be giving me $50 for every 12 ounces of that bad boy right there.
Yeah, especially if you're selling it by 12 ounces. I mean,
Woo, Lord have mercy.
yeah, but no, it just I honestly I love vanilla in Coke. I've always loved vanilla Coke.
Oh,
So it's always been one of my favorites, but I
oh
always
my God! That when that came out, bro, I don't know if we were. It must have been a summer we were hanging out. That was the when that came out.
that was like middle school for us or something like
It
that.
was unbelievable how good Vanilla Coke was, dude.
That was like the mid 90s or something when it came out. I don't remember.
God, that was good.
And the thing is, you could still find it in niche places.
Uh huh.
So, like my one gas station, they sell it. They only have one little tiny row of it because it doesn't sell that often. But they don't sell no Cactus Cooler.
Oh.
I can't find Cactus Cooler out here to save my life. I would have to order from Stater Brothers out there and have it shipped to me or something like
And
that.
if they brought Cactus Cooler to that area, oh, it would sell out. The people would love it. It'd be the hottest topic. You gotta see what you guys will have to do, but don't tell no one. Is when you guys take the stand into a little store slash market, it's over. Because then we can ship you guys and send you guys. You'll be the only store in that area in Kentucky that'll have all the different sodas. I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, you're gonna have to pay up for it, but you can't get it anywhere else, dude.
Yeah.
It's gonna cost you more in fuel and all to get a Coke, a vanilla Coke, when you can come right here to, you know, the wholesome market, and
Yeah.
bam, it's over, dude. It's cooked. And dude, I'll be sending you guys some wild action from over
Dude,
here.
and what's crazy is they have some local made sodas, the pops, whatever they want to call them
Oh
out here.
yeah, some pop.
That
Yeah,
like
boy.
L8, and they have something called Ski, and they have other stuff that I've just never heard
What?
anywhere else.
Well, there's
It's really
Poppy.
decent.
You got
Oh, that's just
Poppy.
that shit's nasty.
I
It's
didn't
just
care for it, bro.
you know the sparkling water liquors that came out. What was it? 5 years ago, 6 years ago.
Yeah, the
That's
seltzers.
basically all. That's all Poppy is. It's just
Yep.
a
Yep.
flavorless seltzer water with a slight hint of something.
Couldn't agree
So
more.
it's just Poppy's just nasty. I've had so many different things. It's crazy.
There's another one. Ollie.
Yeah,
No, Ollie Pop.
something like that. I know what you're talking about.
And then there's fuck, I don't know what else there is, but yeah, dude. So yeah, definitely yeah, interesting, bro. Well, I mean, the good thing is that like it's definitely different out where you're at than where I'm at, but it's kind of all the same in itself. So it's like wherever you're at, it's that version of the same thing. Cuz like when you play Grand Theft Auto and like you're in the city and you're like, you see people with high heels and you're running people over in a nice car. But then if you drive out to the desert, it's like the crackheads and the bikers and all that, but it's still the same, like
Yeah,
people driving around, little markets. It's the same thing. Like when I go down to Mexico with my wife, it's the town with this, with that. The same thing is here. And I'm thinking, oh, it's cool for me because I'm here visiting, so I don't feel the stress. But if
yeah,
they're coming to visit me, I'm like, shit, they're going to be here next week. I'm already broke right now, like this. And so I think it's kind of just, you know, when you get out of your day in and day out environment, it can feel like it's something so great. But then after a while, unless it is, it's the same shit, dude.
yeah.
That's
Same
why
day,
we take
different
the
dollar
time.
type situation. Yeah,
And that's why we take the time to put out a AAA show. Because if we weren't doing this show, imagine you're talking. What are we up to? 2,800 followers or whatever. There's a lot of us. Okay,
yeah,
like, comments, but yeah, I mean, I don't know, dude. It's just kind of interesting. A lot has gone on this last week. Things that'll really change your perspective. You
yeah.
know,
How literally when you brought up the 11 or was it 12 scientists that went missing, and then literally within
that
two
night,
days it was up to
yeah,
15.
that night I get like a thing from you at like 3 in the morning. Hey, dude, look, a 14 or a 12, and
Yeah,
then
12th just hit.
then two more, which was basically a plane mysteriously went down.
Yeah.
What else did we hear?
Oh, we never talked about what they were working on though.
So they were basically nuclear physicists, space engineering, and UAP UFO disclosure, like breaking down chemicals and stuff. So I don't know.
So I
I
was reading something
Yeah, it's
that element 115 they
yep,
were using on something about that to make an anti-gravitational or gravitational device, and the government said, "Well, we'll fund you for a year to figure out if this has anywhere where it can go." And that started in like I don't remember the 80s, something like that.
yeah.
Well, they're still being funded. So evidently it's going somewhere,
Uh,
and now they're all disappearing. So either they figured something out and the government doesn't want it to get leaked, or, you know, they just like to make people disappear for no reason.
and that exactly what I'm thinking. Not
Yeah.
for no reason. I'm thinking the latter. The yeah.
Yeah.
No, dude. I mean, I think in the next couple years, things are going to get very interesting. I mean, I think that there's so much of this coming out, and so many more people that like, people that like, once they finally like get it, whatever the topic is, and then it's just like they have such a realization, or it's like, because my dad forever with the chemtrail thing, he's like, dude, that's such a crock of shit. Our government, and now I was telling you how he's so like, they are 100%. This is bullshit. That,
Yeah.
and it's like more and more and more and more and more people. So I think in fear of like, well, who would be the ones to give us the truth? Oh, yeah, it's got to be the scientists, the ones that were, look, they're family people, they're this and that. Mysteriously going missing, dude. Murdered, gone,
Just
plane
like the ones during
crashes,
COVID
car crash.
saying the
Like,
COVID shots were bad.
yes.
They were all
I'm like,
disappearing
what the
too, or
fuck?
having their credits, yeah, their PhDs being revoked for just speaking out. So it's
I
like,
don't, I don't get
they
it.
get rid of the evidence and it never happened type situation.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know. There's just too much crap to talk about, and not enough time to do it.
I know, yeah. We're gonna be pushing almost a 3 hour episode. Guys, but the good thing is you guys can break this down into 3 days, dude. It's just
Yeah,
a couple of rednecks talking, man.
that's
You
all it
know,
is.
I'm gonna have a few people on. A lot of the viewers know them. Ish and Aaron, another Aaron, by the way. See, that's why we got Tech and D&G. We'll separate, and we're all just gonna talk alien stuff. We're just gonna talk about life and figure out what's going on with shit and kind of go from there, man. But Aaron, I'm actually going to do a little off-air talking with you, so we're just going to let the kind of viewers go and hopefully recuperate from this phenomenal episode.
Yeah, network
you know,
going down. Love technology. Good
yeah,
stuff.
technology's gone to shit. All this shit we talk about, and it's damn near impossible to keep us sick. Like, really, huh? Shouldn't
Yeah,
that be? Shouldn't that be like something of like the early 2000s by now? You and I should be in 1430K Ultra HDMI and not even
yeah.
have a glitch. And no, not
Well,
really.
I mean, what was his name? Steve Jobs. He was always saying we're going to have these transparent solid glass iPhones and stuff already. And then we have Tim Cook that stepped in his role when he died. And Tim Cook was saying, "Oh, that's the goal. We'll get there. We'll get what Steve Jobs wants." Well, he just stepped down after 14 years of running Apple. Now they have some other guy taking over. Well, now
Yeah,
he's saying the same thing. "Oh, that's the goal. We'll get that clear iPhone eventually." I'm like, dude, this technology exists. Why don't we have it? It
yeah,
already exists because I've seen it personally.
yeah, exactly.
I don't know, man. The
I
everything's changing, either good or bad. Mostly bad. I mean,
All right. Well, then what I'm going to do then on the next episode, guys, is I'm going to go back to. I'm going to have a little bit more of a structured outline so that way we can actually debunk as much as we can and finalize this whole scientist missing. I'm going to have all their names, what supposedly happened to them, and if anything after tonight happens, obviously we'll add it to the list. And then I'm going to go over the whistleblower protection program, a little bit more in detail because I think we're mentioning it with the assumption that everybody knows what we're talking about.
yeah. Well, I
So
mean,
then,
Trump addressed it when there was only 11, and now there's 15. So,
dude,
that,
crazy.
yeah.
Was
So
that a
it's
good or bad thing? And see, that's my thing. I don't want to like keep bringing it to light, but I don't care because I'm on a platform where I'm concerned. I'm a believer in these things. I think that these people definitely had information on shit, and I honestly don't believe that they were ever going to say anything about it.
yeah,
Some of them were. The one lady was like 80 years old, dude, and just mysteriously vanishes from her house. There's like one little ring camera of a weird dude in like a mask, and how easy would that be for that to just be a double ploy to dude? It's too deep.
yeah.
It's too deep. New Mortal
Dude,
Kombat movie coming out.
Actually, I heard that's fantastic.
It
Saw
looks.
some guys that got to see some previews of it,
I
and
want to
they're all
see
saying
it.
it's good.
All
Um,
right, I want to go see it. Are we gonna go watch it together or what?
yeah, we'll do a live stream. I'll send it to you here in a second.
Well, there's got to be a decent theater in. Where's the where? How close is the airport? Where would I be? Nashville.
That'd be Nashville. That's 120 miles from here.
So there's got to be a theater there. Like if I flew in the morning,
Dude, that theater
watched
there
it.
is bitching though. Yeah, I mean, you can watch it in ultra high def, 3D, whatever.
We do that, and then I just fly out like super late that night. God, that's an expensive movie trip.
Yeah, there
I,
you go.
it'd be worth it though. If I could do it, I would do it.
Yeah, but
All right, yeah, definitely. So, what are you thinking, dude?
I was back to the technology crap. I forgot to
Yeah,
mention there
what do
was
you
an
got for me?
AI device that
What?
ordered a clanker, one of the robots, to their house on its own accord. No human intervention required. This happened, I believe it was in China. I just read the document this morning before I went to work, so I had it on my phone and it's gone now. But literally, it was like not Alexa, but another smart app. Literally ordered online. One of the robot housemaids.
I'm shook.
Yeah. So is it like, hey, I need a body, so let's transpose myself over to that clanker that's coming? I don't know.
Describe to the viewers that don't know, and even me, what's a clanker? Is that little like what is? What's a clanker?
So a clanker is like what you would call a derogatory term for a robot. That's all.
Oh, okay, like a
Yeah.
clunker for a
Yeah.
car.
Yeah.
Is a
That's a
clanker.
clunker. That just like
This is absolutely wild.
yeah, so it's just a derogatory term for a robot. They did a skit on, man, I can't remember the name of the cartoon. It's with all the Cartman and
Oh
all the
yeah, South
people, and they're
Park.
like, yeah, South Park, and they're like, they took our jobs and stuff like that, where they're talking about like people coming and
Self
taking their
checkouts and
jobs.
stuff. Yeah.
Someone did a parody, and it's all the robots taking all their jobs, and they're like, damn dirty
Oh my.
clankers and blah blah blah. It was just hilarious. So
That's
that
so funny.
that term's been around for a couple months, maybe a couple years now. So a buddy of mine and I talk about the robots as always the clankers. He's all on board and he still calls it a clanker. He said, once Elon Musk drops it, I'm getting one. I need someone to do my laundry. I'm tired of doing laundry. So
Have you seen the guy? It's a reel. So now that we're going to talk about it, you'll definitely see it because we see you. We see you.
yeah, you're always watching.
Um, anyway, the dude is there, right? And he's like, and you know how it's like, they put the captions now, so like you're instantly reading this reel. That's the new thing. They want you to read the reel, and it does kind of work, make you stick around. But it says like, when your long distance relationship, um, is nagging or something. I forget, right? And he's basically all he's trying to do is play Fortnite, but the camera shows like the door kind of like
Cracked open. Yeah.
it creaks, and here comes this little robot, and it's a camera with the loudspeaker.
Yeah.
Honey, what are you doing?
Why
And
didn't you
he's
answer
like,
my phone?
yeah,
Yeah.
he's like, dude, I'm playing Fortnite. Like I
I'm
love
just
you or
gaming with the
whatever.
guys.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like, can I have an hour or whatever? And she's just like,
Fuck off, bitch. It's my turn now.
it's so funny, dude. And I was thinking, like, damn, it's kind of true. Like, and I don't know, she was in like another country or whatever. Who knows? Maybe they were married or who knows?
Yeah.
But it was literally like, it'd be like, all right, dude, I want you to kick it with me this week. You're saying like, hey, I'm down and out right now. I have COVID or whatever. I'm stuck at home. All right, cool. Go with me for the week. So I literally have like my phone on FaceTime or whatever.
Yeah.
But you're just like, it's like a body cam. All
Yeah.
right, dude, fuck it. And you're watching me work like, damn, dude, this shit ain't working. You're like, well, dude, use a fucking pry bar, you dumbass. And like, it's like, we're just there. I'm like, hold on, dude, we got to go. We got to go to 7-Eleven. What should we get to drink? I mean, you're not there, but
Yeah. I'm
after
there
like
in spirit,
after
basically.
a month, you'd be like, fuck, this is all we want to do. Cause I mean, I could see it. I'd be there just like, you know,
Yeah.
so I get it. People that do the long distance relationship and now to have it like, virtual and have it all the time is like crazy. And I'm thinking, damn, all you got to do is strap a fucking onto the back of that little. It's auto edit, guys. Okay,
dude.
we're
And
keeping it PG.
that little robot too, that drives into the room while the guy's on the end of his bed gaming. That
Yeah.
that robot exists, by the way.
Oh
There's not.
no, that was
Yeah,
real.
yeah. You can literally like. There's a security company or something like that that uses some of those robots too. If the alarm goes off, it'll drive around the house and see shit.
That's so
It's
awesome.
like, what happens if you're walking around bare ass naked and all of a sudden the alarm goes off and oh look, his junk's tiny.
Well,
I mean,
well, damn.
I mean, shit, they're all in the office laughing their ass off. Look, you know what I mean? That
Yeah.
shit's real. That actually happens. But yeah, like you said, long distance relationship, and they're like, "Honey, why aren't you answering the phone? I text you 37 times." I mean, let's
Uh-huh.
be honest, no woman's gonna do that unless they're obsessed. But
My
it's
thing
like,
is, I'd be like pissed off one day, and it's like, here's this little fucking camera, and I've got my 9-iron, dude, and I just fucking
yeah,
bam, motherfucker. So that could happen.
I'd just get some electrical tape and put over it or something like that, and still drive it around. Because I mean, they come with a remote control, but you can control them via the internet too. So
Yeah, yeah, definitely.
love technology and all the things that it can and cannot do for you.
Yeah, you can't get good service anywhere in the world. Like, why do I pay X amount a month for a cell phone, but I'm over here at the local O'Reilly? Oh, it's a dead zone. A dead zone.
Yeah.
Long distance relationships on a fucking mobile camera running around the living room, and I can't get service at O'Reilly.
Yeah. I'm trying to find this one part, and O'Reilly said they had it, but when I got there, they sure as hell didn't.
They were closed. Yeah,
Now I
it's
gotta
just
go to Vato Zone.
yeah. Vatozone's the worst, dude.
Yeah. Get,
And they're a blast.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
dude, definitely. Yeah, man. Well, all right, guys, we're gonna wrap up. Thank you guys for joining in. Like, comment, subscribe. You can follow us. Again, we have our X. It's up, the Duntown Show on X. We're gonna have other people in, different hosts, different guests, different podcasters. We don't know,
Yeah.
but thanks for coming out. Thanks for coming out, Mr. Tech, and we'll see you guys on the next one.
Is that your radio voice?
Is it? I'm not sure. I've never been on the radio. Is that on the radio, or do I need NyQuil? Do I need
That one's
NyQuil?
that one's NyQuil voice. Yeah.
Langenfelcher. Yeah.
All
I need
right,
some of
guys.
the. Hey, I need some of that black tea. All right, you guys like, comment, subscribe. All right,
Yeah,
brother.
add questions to the video so we can bring them up.
Please do. We need questions and subscribers. Guy, look, can I open my eyes? You know what I need to do on the next? I got a couple comments where my eyes are closed. I'm going to do the toothpick.
Yeah.
Look, still closed.
Yeah. I don't know why.
All right, we'll see.
Later.